Yes, people, and welcome to Rivals. I'm going straight in, no intro, just your boy Ash Mac. Let's get onto it. Spurs Kings TV. As always, I'll have lovely guests coming on. Big up the man, them. Long time returning. One of my kings, Cass. What you saying to me, bro? You good?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. But I'm offline though. It's saying I'm offline.
Saying you're offline? Oh, I can see you still. I can see you. I
I
can see
can't
you.
see me, bro.
George, I can't see George though. I know George
I
is
can't
there.
see
George, can you
George
see me?
either, bro.
I'm here. No, do you know what it is? I'm here, but I'm still trying to. I'm having the same problem as yesterday. I'm just trying to fix it in the background.
I'm busy.
All
But
right,
I'm on my
all right.
phone
But I
here.
can't see
I'm
anyone in
just
there.
it works on my laptop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me or whatnot. I don't know if it's the system, but I can see. Well, I can't see Preach either, but I'm sure he's going to be there
I
soon as
can't see
well.
anyone.
You can't see anyone.
No, I can just see you.
All right, but you can hear me, right?
I can hear you and see you, so all
So
good.
you might have to just look on your phone on the YouTube, and then you can see. Yeah, yeah, George is there, man. All right, cool. We can move, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it, man.
I don't like this. This phone angle is crazy. I don't know if the sound's clear as well, but I'm gonna try to fix it in the background.
You're
We'll see
glitchy.
what
You're
it is.
a little bit glitchy, but I can hear you fine, man. I'm gonna go straight into it, man. Obviously, Liverpool did play yesterday, and I got a Liverpool fan here, so let's just talk on it, man. Let's talk about it. Um, I just want to know your thoughts, man. Obviously, you got knocked out of the Champs League, so the triple's over. I don't know if you were ever really fully on it, like if you actually believed that you could beat PSG going into it. What's your thoughts, man? Talk to me about Liverpool, man.
Who's that directed at? There's
That's you, Gokes.
a Liverpool man in the spot.
Or is it right? What happened though? It happened yesterday, innit? it? So,
No, so there's a couple Liverpool man here, innit? So who do you want to start?
why? No, I'm just saying,
You
like, I
want
can
the
see you
delusion
all
one to
talking
start
that.
or the realist?
I just give me the realist. I want the realist.
All right, that's me then. I
All right.
said
So wait. What did you call that? What did you call the other Liverpool fan? What did you call him?
the delusionist or the realist.
Illusion.
I don't even know if delusionist is a real word. I might have
No,
made that.
don't worry. We know what you mean, innit? Don't worry. We got you. We got you. We got you. Talk your stuff, bro. Talk your ish.
Yeah, man. Got away with murder the first leg. Second leg, I thought we played quite well for about. We didn't dominate, but I think we played really well for the first 25 minutes, even though they scored. It was against the run of play, but I liked the patterns. I liked what we were doing. They came back in the second half, at the start of the second half, but then we came into it. I think we played in the 90 minutes. We were the better team. I think we had the better chances in the 90 minutes. But post the 90 minutes, I think it was more like the tempo slowed down. That suited PSG much more.
So,
And then extra time was on them. And then penalties, I got a bit worried when I forget his name, but he took the first penalty and he took it in such slow motion, like he
mm,
just stroked it
I
into the.
can't remember the order if it was Jones or if it was
No,
Diaz,
no,
if it
I'm talking
was
about the PSG guy. The first penalty,
PSG. Okay.
just stroked it into the corner, like just really slowly, like just you know what I mean. It looked like like on a pool table when they take a shot from the other thing and the camera angle is just smooth. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're in for a long day. We're in for a long day today. So that's that. I mean, I could talk about players and all that, but that's the over objective. Overall, PSG deserved it. Long story short.
What did you think then? Like when you watched it, you could see the holes in your squad, not your squad, but in like what you needed, and in terms of what Slot does. Do you think okay, maybe he's lacking, a little bit?
The
He's not quite
whole
there yet, European wise. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not.
no,
He
no,
lacks a bit
I
of
wouldn't even say
experience.
that. You know what, bro? I just think we looked tired. We looked. I think we played all right though. Like this, everyone apart from the front line played all right. I mean, I know there was that midfield, but that's because that PSG are a good team. They're a very, very, very good team. So you're gonna have that. Like if you're playing Prime City, for example,
Mm.
you're gonna get exposed in the midfield. You might win the game, but it's gonna be a back and forth. That's how it was. So I don't see it as necessarily that we're not ready for the Champions League. I just think it was we came up against probably one of the best teams in the Champions League, and it can go like that. It can be like that.
Okay. I preach. You there? See, you logged in, logged out. Nah, he's not there. You don't want it. You don't want. I'm gonna move it on. I want to see what you man thought as well, George. What you say, man? Welcome to the show. Big up. What did you
Big
think
up.
of Liverpool's performance? Talk to me about Van Dijk, man. I want to talk about individual Salah. I see the man was all tearing up and that. Talk to me, man. What did you think? Did you watch it first of all?
Hey, yeah, I caught the game. I didn't watch the back end of it, obviously. I watched the first half. I watched the. With regards to Liverpool's performance, I think focus on Salah's performance. Let's go there. Salah's the guy that's been talking all this, you know, all season. The guys talk. They were trying to compare. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but I was offended when they started comparing him to Henry because I was like, bro, who do they think my man is? He's not a footballer like that. Like he's not. When you watch him with your eyes, he doesn't get you out of your seat. You're not like, oh, Salah's on the ball. I need to focus. Like the guy is an anti-baller. Like he just somehow, some ways gets
Hey,
into the play and like the ball finds itself in the back of the net.
Bro, this guy's trying to send you viral, bro. That's what he's trying to do.
No, I'm being
He's trying to send you viral. You need to clip this and make a short. You need to clip this and make a 10-second short out of it and put it on YouTube. You're gonna blow.
I've made the Salah I've maintained this stance on years. Like Salah
Clickbaity, but go on.
even when you guys had Mane, and I was like, yeah, that's a proper player. Salah, nah, he's not. And as we saw, he got wrapped up by Nuno Mendes in both legs, like absolutely wrapped up. My man done nothing for him. And when yesterday, when all the chances were falling to him, what was Salah doing? Where was Salah? I mean, when it come time to step up for the big boys, where was he in the big competition? I'm asked this a question. Where was he?
No, well, that's what happens, when like you play big teams. I don't know how many times you've been in the Champions League, but these games are like it's a tough game. You get me, like PSG,
That was
champions of their league. Huh?
You're supposed to be heritage. They're supposed to be zero heritage. I thought that the game was already won.
Listen. I can tell you're one of those ones that just follow the crowd, innit? That
100%.
football heritage stuff. Like football heritage would be like winning Europa League, Champions League 3 times in a row, get me? Like, or winning it for the 5th time and keeping like the trophy, like instead of getting replicas. That's football heritage. So we can do that, or we could talk about how disappointed we are that Liverpool are out. But did anyone think
I don't know whose mic it is. Someone's mic sounds mad.
None of you ever thought we was going to win it at the beginning of the season anyway.
One's mic is.
Whose mic was it? No, someone's tapping.
Is it my
You know what? He just. Yeah. Can I just summarize what you just said? Sorry, preach before you got jumped. Basically, what he said, what George said, is. Oh, Stefan's here. Hello, Stefan. What George said was, I saw a player not play well in a game, and therefore he's nobody. It's like, for example, that's like saying when Messi came to Anfield a couple of seasons ago in the semi-final, and they were winning 3-0, and Liverpool came back. Like, what did Messi do? What did he do? Therefore,
it was nothing though, Cass. What I said was that
Messi is nothing. He's anti-football. Like, Salah had a bad game. What we're not going to do is try and make that his whole thing. But anyway, Preach, I'll let you take this, man, because you're
he had 2 bad games. Not lie, he had 2 bad games and 2 of your biggest games of the season. I think at this moment in time, it can be very clear that you guys have won the league. Cool. All right, the league's done. Do you still have that fight to go do it in a harder competition against a team that is considered? Let's have it right. Arsenal mash up this team. Arsenal dealt with PSG. Why can you guys not deal with PSG?
What are you talking about? Bro, you dealt with PSG. They didn't even have their players. Kvaratskhelia wasn't playing.
I said Arsenal mashed them up.
Oh, what fan are you then?
I'm a Tottenham fan.
Oh, wow. Even worse. Oh, my day. Bro, anyway.
No, wait, what relevance does that have?
No, George.
Let me help you here. When Arsenal played PSG, they didn't have Kvaratskhelia. And
they were shit. They were terrible. Right? But now they beat Liverpool. They're amazing.
My sentence. They didn't have Dembele. So, bro, stop going on Google and just looking at scores and it's coming up with things. Like, you have to watch the game, isn't it?
No.
That's why you're coming up with these mad statements like Salah's anti-football, which doesn't even make any sense because you're probably a statistician or you probably look at football through Wikipedia.
No,
But
no,
if you actually watch the game, you'll
I like
see
watching
that
the
the
game.
team
When I
that played
game,
yesterday, okay, well,
anti-football.
then you would see that the team that played yesterday is completely different from the team that faced Arsenal.
What?
It just is what it is.
No. Wait. Okay.
You shouldn't have done
Can
that,
I
Cash.
just- yeah.
No, wait, Stefan. Not yet.
No, because
I know. He just said Arsenal. That's all he said, fam.
because in typical.
No, wait. No, seriously, just wait.
Okay, sorry. No worries.
Just wait. Yeah, fam. Like I don't. Yeah. So what? How much points from his GA gets deducted in that game? Because he's so poor. Like, what did he? Did they take away? Was it a -1, 2 from his GA for the season? What? Because he's done nothing.
I'm so
What's going on? Sorry, man, my reception.
no, the reception wasn't bad. I heard
One second, my reception's there.
we heard what you said loud and clear. It just didn't land. I don't know where you're going, but whether he had or minus goals is irrelevant at the point. You expect your biggest and best players to turn up in the best and hardest of games. He didn't do that in both legs. Like, let's have it right.
Yeah, but he's got.
You know he's in the Champions League before, right?
Literally, wait, let's have it right. As you as a Liverpool fan,
You're
right in saying that.
hold on, are you talking about big games? Are you talking about big games, bruv? It's Liverpool.
Mad, bro.
Wait, hold on, because I will fire
We
shots.
beat you in the final. You talk about big games.
Liverpool you guys fighting from yesterday.
I don't care. I'll fire shots blindly as well, bruv. Because I'm sure there was a final that you did none of your players showed up, whether they were major.
What has that got anything to do with Salah being poor against PSG? This is what I mean with Liverpool fans.
I'm just saying we've got players that show up. He's won.
Okay, Salah did not.
So
Salah
he's won a medal.
Was not good. He was not good against PSG in both legs. What George says is true. That doesn't mean Salah was being terrible.
So then just say that. Listen, I told you. You know me, Stefan. I will shoot if you don't use the correct wording, bro.
Stefan, you missed
all you should have said was PSG was a bad game, but man started talking about he don't show up, he don't do this, he don't do
exactly.
that.
Oh, okay.
Very bad games, and I think it's
that again.
First game where he was poor might have been his worst ever Liverpool.
But
that's harsh, but yeah.
Probably was.
Say that again, fam. You know Liverpool have only lost 5 games this season, bruv.
Oh my god. Who cares?
Liverpool's only lost 5 games this season. So
can I understand why everything you've said, everything but the PSG game? I know it hurts right now. It's still fresh. You don't want to touch.
Talk about the PSG game. You brought up other stuff, bruv. You can't do swings and roundabouts, bruv. Swings and roundabouts. If you stick with the PSG game, I couldn't say nothing, bruv. You started talking about other things.
Listen. Can we talk about?
If you stick to the PSG game, I can't say nothing, bruv. You give me a chance to shoot back.
Can we talk about the main reason as to why Liverpool lost?
What is that?
Legs, which for me,
as a manager.
No. Yes, and if you watch the two teams that beat PSG comprehensively, which of course,
wait, what did he say?
No.
What did he say?
No, in terms of if you watch the two teams that beat PSG in the Champions League, apart from Bayern, where they had a man down, so you wouldn't say it's an accurate representation. It was Inter and Arsenal, and Inter and Arsenal played against PSG in a way that completely nullified PSG, and they played tactically. They played, first of all, Liverpool slot watched the Paris in Paris. He got absolutely battered, got so lucky that you guys won. And he decided, you know what? We're Liverpool. We're so arrogant. We're going to play in exactly the same way. Give the fact that all of their 3 forwards are wingers. So all they do is they can run. Let's give them all the space in the world at Anfield. Let's do the same thing that we did at Paris. And it's going to work because we're Liverpool and it's Anfield. Well, it didn't. They were the better team. on every stat that you can check in terms of shots, in terms of XG, even at Anfield. So why am I not hearing you guys questioning your incredible coach that everybody calls a genius, that has never gotten more lucky in his life this season because Arsenal and Man City both have had massive injuries?
You
And
can't
this coach,
say. You can't
and this
say-
wait. Let me
Before you
and this coach,
go, can I just say?
and this coach that you keep highlighting how amazing he is, watched the game in Paris and decided to play exactly into PSG's hands. Now go watch Arsenal and Inter, how they played against him. Against Arsenal.
One minute. Let me bring some sanity to this thing. Stefan. First and foremost, you need to drink some water because I think you're drunk. First and foremost, how the hell are you going to reference Arsenal? Do you know who Fabian Ruiz is? Do you know who that is?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so do you know who Dembele is?
Yes.
All right, so do you know who Kvaratskhelia is?
Yes, the only players.
1 minute. Those are the three best players.
Before you continue
And they did not. All three of them didn't play against Arsenal. And
yes, Fabian Ruiz was on the bench. Fabian Ruiz was on the bench.
They didn't have their three best players on that pitch.
Really, Fabian Ruiz is one of their best players?
Hey, Cass, you shouldn't have answered that question, bro.
Oh my God! Okay,
it's just a game, Cass. You shouldn't have answered that question. Let him celebrate. Let him celebrate that they've beaten PSG, bro. Let him celebrate.
No, I'm not celebrating.
Because Stefan, I've never heard you talk about Champions League so much, bro.
There again. I'm not celebrating. Have the same energy. Wait, Cass, have the same energy.
All season you've been saying Liverpool been lucky without Salah. If we take away Salah, look where they will be. And then all of a sudden we lose one game. What happened? No, but what I'm saying is, we lose one game and he's the worst player. But what has he been doing all season?
Point proven.
It's not point proven, bruv. What has he been doing all season in the league, fam? You've been saying we're lucky. Your point can't be proven. What was we lucky for then? What makes us lucky then? Answer that question. What makes us lucky?
We'll preach. PSG did the one thing I have said.
If you take away Salah, we will address that, but just a step back a bit, fam. What makes us lucky, fam? What are we lucky?
What makes you lucky? What makes you lucky was
that what?
What do you mean? What makes you lucky?
You said we're lucky. So what is the luck?
You were extremely lucky in this game that it went to penalty.
No. All season you've been saying we've been lucky. Yeah.
Yes, you have been fortunate.
Certain player has been doing what?
But by the fact that Van Dijk, Gravenberch, and Salah played every single game, and they have not had any injuries.
It weren't none of those two players. It was another player you was talking about. You've been saying his name all season.
Who? Gravenberch?
Who? Now all of a sudden, bruv, I'm telling you, fam, you know what you're doing. Don't act dumb now, fam.
No, I honestly preach. I have no idea who you're speaking about.
You know who, fam. You've been saying without a certain player.
Tell me the player.
Without a certain player, if he doesn't play,
Salah.
So listen to what I'm saying, yeah. So he's been performing all season. That's why you've been saying he's lucky. One game against a top quality squad, he plays bad.
Oh, they're suddenly top quality because they beat you guys. So now they're amazing.
Right. Okay. So what? Who said they're not top quality? Who said that? Name them.
No, but it's
name them. Not describe it. Name who said.
No. It's hilarious because I remember when you got drawn with PSG, and I remember I didn't read any Liverpool account or fan or whatever popular fan base saying, "Oh, PSG are really, really good.
That's a lie. They've
been good.
Everyone in Liverpool was saying, "What's the point in finishing top if we're going to face PSG?" That was the whole.
Thank you. So you're making
the whole chat. Everyone, even
lying, bro.
Himself was saying,
"Make it worse for everyone."
In this format because we're facing PSG.
Okay, but again, we are going away from the main topic, which is the game.
You said that.
Can I ask why you guys are so generally? You guys are so pressed. You're so pressed right now. I get you went out,
I get that, but you
We
don't,
lost
like you said,
3-0.
Preach, you're literally just firing at everyone before anyone's
That's
even
what I
fired
do
at you.
then.
You've
Bruv, that's
walked
what I
into the
do.
party and just like, oh, fuck you. Like,
Bruv,
well,
that's
all
what I
right,
do,
I
bruv.
get that it was a tough time yesterday, but you're still winning the
That's what
league.
I
You know,
do,
you're winning
bruv.
the league. Why don't you can
That's what
laugh
I
at
do.
Stefan and Chinks, you know, and like, dude,
And you as well.
you guys should have just come here today and done the are you winning the league stuff rather than all the
Don't
but
do that.
explain this, explain that,
Bruv,
and you're
No, but
making
we
yourselves look
started out.
worse.
No.
bruv, we can't look worse, bruv. How do we look
We
worse?
started out talking about the game.
Because you actually look really
We
salty
started out
about
talking
this.
about
Like,
the game.
Yeah,
why can't you guys
I
just
am
be like, you know
salty,
what,
bruv.
we're winning
I
the league.
am
It doesn't matter if we don't win
You
Champions
don't
League.
know me, bruv. I am salty, bruv.
You started
I am-
saying how Salah was the
I am salty, bruv.
worst player you've ever
I wanted-
seen.
I wanted that.
That's how we got here.
I didn't say he's the worst player he's ever seen. I just said that he's an
Why-
anti-footballer.
You should have stuck to it. I told you, you gave man.
This other druggie and joined the stream and started talking something about we should be looking at Arsenal.
No, I didn't say you should be
I'm
looking.
thinking to this guy
I
was
didn't
like,
say you should be looking.
game.
Again, this is what I mean with
That's the
Liverpool
PSG
fans and their wait. Let me just finish. What I said was that the topic of this game should not be how unlucky Liverpool were that they got PSG.
They weren't unlucky.
And the actual topic of this match should be how your coach twice got the tactics wrong. Twice. And I said, if you look at the Inter, ignore the Arsenal game because they were shit when they lost to Arsenal, right? So when they played Inter, watch how Inter nullified them, which was not giving their wingers space, which was not playing punch for punch. You thought we're so good, we're going to play PSG at their own game and be better than them. Well, you weren't because their midfield
number one
is way better than yours. And it showed. What's
fam? We played our own game.
And you lost because they're better than you.
The first leg we won. The second leg we lost. And
you're just being disingenuous now, Big Preach, because even though you won the first leg, I think it's
destroyed the first leg.
So, George, I understand what you said. I just started talking about the game properly, and now when I'm doing it, you're saying I'm being.
No, I said you're being disingenuous. We can talk about the game properly if you want to, and I'll say still, you're being disingenuous about the first leg because you're saying we won, but ultimately it still goes back to Stefan's point. He was tactically outclassed in that first leg.
I tell you why, You see Liverpool, You see when it comes to Europe, we're known for sneaking 1-0 wins.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So can I finish then? If I'm right, then what was your whole point?
No, you're right about that sneaking wins, but again, that wasn't Stefan's point. Stefan's point was you got tactically outclassed, and that was the truth.
Listen to what I'm saying. So listen to what I'm saying.
That's true.
We're known for that happening. That's not like we always tactically beat them the first half 1-0 and then bring them home and win 3-0. Sometimes we sneak wins that we're not supposed to. It happens. That's why we're top of the league. We've snuck wins then as well that we shouldn't have won. Then we lost.
Does that have anything to do with PSG and your tactics against PSG?
Listen, fam, I know you don't like, for some reason right now, you don't like talking about the Prem. That's cool. But I will go back to European Cup. That's what I was doing. Yeah, I just said that to say this. Yeah, and then what happened in the second leg? It didn't work. We lost 1-0. It went to penalties, and we lost. They beat us, a top quality squad.
Deservingly so.
No. Don't do that bullshit that Liverpool fans like to do.
You can't tell me when did I say they're not a top quality squad. If you can tell me that, or even give me a name of where you saw that.
No,
because
first of all, Preach, you're putting words into my mouth. I never denied or said that you never valued them as a team or whatever. What I said was Let me finish. What I said was, instead of doing the typical Liverpool copium that you always do, well, Atalanta won the Europa League, so it's okay to get butt fucked at Anfield.
Man. You just went back to Atalanta after You're giving me a chance to shoot back, and I will shoot.
Okay. I'm not shooting. What I'm saying is, instead of doing the typical reaction of, well, PSG were a top side, or like your coach said, this was the best match I've ever been a part of. All that bullshit. How about you do what Cass does? Stop interrupting you, man.
Because George just said I should answer like that. And when I answer like that, you're telling me I can't. Do you know who I feel like right now?
Well, if you let me finish my point.
Don't give me the split, fam. It's
Okay,
like that.
okay. If you let me finish my point, then you can answer.
Go on.
Can I finish? Okay, thank you. How about you do the same thing that Cass likes to do, that writes a dissertation in the WhatsApp groups after every Arsenal draw? Wait, after every Arsenal draw or loss. How about we do about the tactics, about Arteta being
Everyone what I do.
Wait. Okay. I'm just about to finish, guys. Just 10 more seconds.
Chinks, are you good over there, bro? How's your evening going, man? I'm cool, man. This is good.
I'm good, man. Everybody okay?
Yeah, man. Just chilling.
If we're going to talk about the PSG game, let me talk about the PSG game. Don't tell me how I can talk about it, fam. I told you, I will fire shots. I don't matter what door you want to open, I will walk, fam. I'm here, innit? I'm not running. Okay. So let's do this, innit? If we're going to do it, let's do it, fam. I'm here. Okay. But stop telling me how to answer a question. Both of you told me opposites. What am I supposed to do?
Well, we're different people, so obviously we have different
thoughts.
So
How long have we been online, bro? You ain't done nothing. There's no banter, no nothing, bro.
Can we talk about Spurs versus Alkmaar?
Why do you want to know? But we're talking about the Liverpool game. I think
that's what you lot are playing.
Why do you know what? Is it not Ash's? That's Ash's job to host the show and move the conversation. And I didn't know that was your job today, Cass.
Right now, it's a bit chaotic. I can't lie. I want to move the subject. I don't know what's going on because I was going to ask. We're on the Liverpool section right now. We're on the Liverpool section, so. If we want to move away from the PSG thing, we can do that, and we can talk about. All right, cool. But we
I
can
think
talk
only
about
the Liverpool
Newcastle.
fans want to move away. I don't think anyone else does. I'm just saying.
I'm not
man, are running from the beef. That didn't seem like you, preach, man. Like
I can't win, bruv. I can't
running
win.
from the smoke, preach. That doesn't seem like you, man.
I can't win, fam. I want to talk about it.
But first, before we talk about Alkmaar, you've got to get up a graph. Geography map, of the world, and point out where Alkmaar actually is.
That's what he's trying to do.
Wait, Ash, wait.
Deflection.
Wait, Ash. I guarantee you, if you take a map, you show it to Cass and Preach, they will not point out where Atalanta is located exactly. I guarantee you.
You know where Istanbul is. You know where Istanbul is.
Okay.
Istanbul is. You ain't got something like that.
Okay.
I told you, you can't fire shots at
talking shit to Spurs fans after a loss. Jesus Christ.
You're not a Spurs fan. I'm talking it to you. You're not a Spurs fan.
Okay.
You don't even know
hey, you know what, Preach?
Istanbul, fam.
Enjoy watching us in the Champions League, though. Okay.
I can name you, bruv. I can name you 6 cities. I'll name you 6 cities you won't like.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let
me get a question out, lads. Hold on, boys.
What about towns like West Ham? Can we start there or?
West Ham? No, we're staying on Liverpool. Just for a little bit. I just want to ask because obviously. No. We'll get back to it. But I'm just saying Liverpool are playing Newcastle.
Where is it?
Huh?
What do you mean West Ham town, bro? It's not a town. West Ham's not.
Bro? East Ham.
It's East Ham, Canning Town. It's not definitely not a town.
Bro, mad. Hey, so obviously you lot are playing Newcastle on the weekend, innit? Do you think this extra time would like affect your legs? Because I saw you post something about what's his face, their DM Gravenberch, saying he's tired. He's been running to the ground. Obviously, he's been like one of your best sixes at the moment. Do you think if Newcastle do take you, man, to like extra time, they have a potential to get it to penalties and get the job done? Because obviously penalties, you guys were a bit shaky. Anyone can answer, by the way. It's an open question.
Preach is more positive on this topic, so I'll let him go first. Hit you with the positivity, then I'll come with it.
Yeah, go on, Preach.
So I think one, there's a few things that is supporting us, like defending champions. And so I feel like the energy and stuff like that would be totally different. Where Wembley, we're used to that kind of environment. I feel like there's a few things. It's Newcastle, so I think what it is that there's definitely going to be an entertaining game for all you lot. But usually Liverpool get the W over Newcastle. So yeah, I'm pretty
confident.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Like, I don't know, like the last time Gravenberch looked tired, everyone kind of said the same thing, and then went on a nice run up to this point as well. So, yeah, it's not the first time he's been tired this season. So,
All right, I respect it. So you're expecting Liverpool to do the business and get the double, yeah? Is that what we're saying? The double.
yeah, like.
Are you saying Liverpool going to win the league now, yeah? Or are you saying Liverpool
So,
going to win the league?
I didn't even get to say anything, fam.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know. I heard it. I say, oh, no,
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah. I see the setup. I see the setup. But yeah, no, you know what? The last time we lost, we went on a good run. Every time we lose, we go on a good run, innit? Like, we haven't lost back-to-back games this season. So, yeah, like there's a lot of other elements that support Liverpool in it, but obviously you're kind of tunnel vision in it. So you see that like Steph say something now. Go on.
Yeah, sorry, preach. Go on.
No, it's open. It's open. The floor's open.
Go on. Actually, Goats can go. Go on, because Goats wants to say something as well. What are you saying, man? What do you think will happen on Sunday against Newcastle? Are you as positive as preach? Goats. Cass.
I think he's
frozen.
Yeah.
Go on. Stefan, what do you think then? Go on. Actually, what?
I think Chinks should.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Chinks, but then
His Arsenal's not playing, so
we're gonna get to the Arsenal section in a bit. That's why I was waiting, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's your thoughts, man, Stefan? Let me start with you, and then I'll go to George.
I think before I thought Liverpool were easily the favorites based on the players that Newcastle had missing: Anthony Gordon, Botman, and I forgot who the other player and Hole. But now with the fact that Liverpool have Jarrell Kwanzaa at right back, I think that kind of equalizes things a little, kind of, maybe balances things out a little bit more. It depends. If Kanate is also injured and you have Endo and center back, then after a 120-minute, absolute beautiful ending to the game last night, I think that maybe Newcastle can take advantage of that, especially if the game is 0-0 until like the 70th minute. Maybe I think Liverpool will get tired. Gravenberch last night after the 70th, 75th minute could barely walk. So if he's gonna play again a full 90, I really worry for Gravenberch against the physicality of the Newcastle midfield of Joe Linton and Bruno. So yeah, I don't know. I hope, I really do, that Newcastle win, but I honestly can't. I can't predict. Screw it. Newcastle 2-1 win. Let's go.
You say Liverpool tears, yeah?
More some more Liverpool tears, please. Yeah.
All right, George, what do you reckon, man? Tired legs, do you agree with
backstage,
Huh?
Cass is backstage waiting.
You're backstage? I couldn't see him. Where is he?
He's on my screen.
Oh yeah, I can see him now. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. All right, George, what do you think, man? Do you think the tired legs is a valid point? Coming against physicality, Gravenberch tired. What do you reckon?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, when I look at it, everything is falling into Liverpool hands in the fact that Newcastle have had some big injuries. Obviously, no Lewis Hall. I think Botman's now out for that game. So they're missing a lot of key players that you could say, especially in the defensive positions. They need. Yeah. It's going to lean on Liverpool to get the result in this game. Plus, I feel like the occasion, innit? Like when you talk about maybe not heritage, but just the know-how to get through these big occasions. Newcastle haven't been there. They've had a final, obviously, like 3 finals in like 10 years, 15 years. So I think it's going to be a tough game for them. I don't see Newcastle getting over the line in this one. I think even if Liverpool go into the extra time, I think one thing that you can give them grace yesterday, I think they subbed off a few of their penalty takers. So obviously you saw Jones, Nunes step up. They're probably 2 players that you wouldn't look to take penalties. If
do you think that was bad man management though, to take your penalty takers off?
Do you know what it is? I feel like because like they were going for the game. They thought if we win, then it's not going to be bad, innit? But once you get to that position and you've got a few players, and you're like, like Nunes stepping up for a penalty. I knew he always was, because he's one of those guys that've got the confidence in himself. But it's a crazy decision to let Nunes, like out of all people, to rely on him to be the guy to score. Like he should have been the 5th penalty taker or something like that. Like when everyone else has scored. I know even that's a hard position to be in, but putting him at the end to be able to get to that point, because they only took 3 penalties in the end they only took, so
3 penalties,
like didn't even get the opportunity. So I think if they come to that against Newcastle, you'll have Salah, you'll probably have Diaz, you might have Jota all on the pitch, and those 3 players are 3 that you'd expect to step up and score. So I think Liverpool will win the game, but it's not going to be easy, innit?
Is Trent fit? Would Trent be fit?
No. They said that they have hope that he's gonna play until the end of the season, but he's probably out for after the break and for longer even.
I'm gonna bring you Faze in, man. Obviously, there's been news about Trent being linked to Real Madrid, and I think there was like a bid that came in as well. Do you think
he's a cunt for that? Fuck him. I don't like that. There's no loyalty. He's a prick for that. Fuck off to Spain.
Did you say the same to Henry when he left to Spain?
Yeah, but they actually paid us a fee at least, though.
Yeah, man. And where's Liverpool gave him everything? Who else has he played for?
No, he's homegrown. He's through, man.
And the way he's gone about it,
Academy.
he's a prick, man. I don't like that.
He's academy youth, so yeah.
And he's not even all that, man. Defensively, going forward, amazing. Defensively, since fucking Wijnaldum and Hendo and them man have been gone, he ain't looked the same. So
well, what do you think about their captain as well? Their captain was seen talking to like the PSG president or something like that.
Who's their captain?
Van Dijk
is getting tapped up.
Liverpool are Liverpool, innit? Liverpool are more important than Van Dijk, man. Do you know what I mean?
I hear it. Still.
I know you lot on. I'm just not that type of fan, innit?
I don't know because last night the way I like change who would I keep, Salah or Van Dijk. After last night, I'm thinking it's really difficult to find really good center backs. Like Salah, don't get me wrong, he's been ridiculous. He could win the Ballon d'Or this year, but I think it would be easier, maybe a little bit easier to replace Salah than I looked at the defense and the way Van Dijk was just covering everything last night. And
can Salah win the Ballon d'Or if he's been out and didn't make it to the quarters?
I think if he continues on this form, this goal scoring form, for me, he should win it, in my opinion. I mean, he's already matched. Yeah, he's already matched the league record of goals and assists in the season of Henry from 2003. He's already matched, and there's 10 games left.
Is that not in one of the worst ever Premier League seasons we've seen? Because all the top clubs aren't performing that great. If you look at point tallies,
but George,
I just don't think that he's having an impressive season. That's not Ballon d'Or level.
There's only 6 top clubs. The other teams have performed well, and
exactly.
But that's my point. See, if you look at the point tallies, and just again, like even look at the fact that the team that's in second place has dropped points in like 13, 14 games already this season.
That's true.
In most Premier League seasons, the second and like you literally look at the top 4, they usually have 4 or 5 losses max. Like I feel like the level of the Premier League, yes, it's more competitive because all the teams are closer together. But the fact that you can go from 4th to 10th with like 6 points or 7 points shows you that the level of the Premier League is not at where it used to be, and this is statistically proven one of the worst seasons for the big clubs in the Premier League.
Let me say 2 things. I think you're interpreting those stats wrong, personally, in my view.
Season's not even over.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, not that you are wrong, but I think that you're interpreting that wrong. I think that before the league was becoming a farmers' league, it was becoming like Liga, where Man City were winning year in, year out. And that's why, as much as I go banter, I was going to say go hard, pause. As much as I banter with these guys, I wanted Arsenal to win the league last season when we kind of fell away and it was Arsenal against Man City. I was like, I'd prefer Arsenal to win the league because I didn't want it to be this league that the same like the Bundesliga where Bayern Munich used to win
all the time
years in a row. I think that's a poor league. I feel now when it's really tight and it's really competitive, and every team has a player that can ball. You look at Southampton, who statistically are the worst team perhaps that's ever been in the Premiership. But that what's his name, Dudley?
Dibbling.
Blackpool had
He's
Sinclair, bro.
actually
Like
a
these
baller.
small teams
You
have
look at
always had good
Wolves.
players.
You've got Cunha. He's actually a baller. So it's like now the talent is spread out much wider, and I feel that it's a much more competitive league. You'll never get. I don't feel like you'll ever get another team that will get 100 points again. And that year that Man City got 100 points, they basically beat everyone.
But that year you can argue. In my opinion, you say this season is quite bad. I agree, but the season that Man City got those 100 points, I would argue is probably the worst competitive Premier. Maybe apart from when Leicester won the league, but for me, if you look at that season, Man United finished second that year, and they were 50, I think 14 or 15 points off. And every other team, like Liverpool, were just starting to rebuild with Klopp. Like every team was. Arsenal were in decline. I think it was Wenger's last year. Man United were okay, but every team, Chelsea were a complete shit show. And then if you look at, for me, the difference between the Premier League and the other leagues is the mid-range to the lower range teams. If you look at the mid-range teams, I mean, you look at some of the players that they have, like West Ham are 15th, Paqueta, Kudus. Yeah. These players, in my opinion, can easily play for a top European side.
Exactly.
You never see that, and I'm not discrediting the other leagues, but you never see a Kudus playing for Hoffenheim or Getafe in Spain.
But the Premier League's always been like that, though. I don't really get you, man's point. If you go back even 10, if you go back, if you guys talk about recently, if you talk about 10 years ago, if we talk about 10 years ago, the mid-table teams still had top players.
No,
still had very good players.
George, even
what's an example? I want to hear an example. 10 years ago.
The Big Six.
10 years ago, you can go like a Swansea. They had Michu, they had Baftembi Gomis. Like they had ballers, bro. And then the big teams will pick them up.
Michu was a baller.
Like there was so many mid-table. Stoke had loads of ballers there. They had Bojan.
Yeah, most of those players was getting brought out by the bigger clubs. They're not getting brought out right now. Like they're staying at this.
But George, that's just because of the market of price. Like Cunha's not getting purchased because they want 65 to 70 million pounds from him, and not many big clubs are willing to spend that amount of money on him. That's the problem.
Maybe not in January, but like
in some definitely. But the thing is,
Cunha has a release clause in the summer for around 60 million from what I read.
Yeah, I was going to say that in the past. The Big Six, this term, the Big Six, came from the fact that the same teams, more or less, were finishing in the top 6 positions, more or less, right? And it was like a mini league with them. Yeah. And now it's not, I don't see that happening now. I mean, Man United are down in 14th, along with Spurs. I don't even know where you lot are. And
they're actually 13th.
Sorry?
They're actually.
So you know where United is, but you don't know where the team is one place above them.
I really don't.
But it's confusing.
Don't do that. Don't get sensitive. Can I just give my prediction for? I dropped off Liverpool to Newcastle.
Yeah, go on.
Because I think Preach said that Liverpool gonna win, right?
Yeah.
Of course. I mean,
I desperately want Liverpool to win. I think we're going to lose that game.
Oh yeah, you will lose.
Let's talk about it.
Wow.
Interesting.
What?
Let's dive.
Let's delve into that one.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. You're Liverpool. You're the dynasty.
No, I want them to win. I'm supporting. You know what I mean? I'll be screaming from the rooftops. I want them to win, and we won it last year. So we need to defend that because it's a proper trophy.
What a trophy!
I feel like it's a double final for Newcastle because it's a final, but also they haven't won it in so long, and they've got memories of a couple of years ago when they missed out against United, and I think that we are we're looking kind of spent we're looking kind of spent. Like I think many players are looking spent. So and then on top of that, obviously we've got key injuries as well.
What?
People.
Wait, sorry, what?
We've got key injuries. We've got key
Oh
injuries.
shit!
So,
Oh, okay. I
okay.
because when it was Arsenal, I thought injuries didn't matter, and it was all about squad game then, right?
You've never understood. You've never understood
okay,
my
okay.
points. I'm not going to go around in circles with you. But
yes,
we've
of
got
course,
we've got key injuries, and because injuries do happen, and it is a squad game. Yes,
Yes.
100%.
But only for Liverpool, it actually matters.
No. What you're misunderstanding, and what you've always misunderstood because you're spoiled, is that injuries always happen. It's not an excuse. You should have preparation and contingency for that. That's all I've ever said. We've gone back and forth with this about Arsenal. I won't get into it all over again. But from last summer, every single person knew you needed a striker. How is it that you didn't get a striker? So on and so forth. Well, Liverpool are in exactly the same boat. Me and Preach have gone back and forth with this a million times over. We've had 3 windows that's gone by. We haven't bought any players. We bought Chiesa. Maybe you can say he's a player if you want. We
What are
haven't
you
bought
talking about?
Now we have injuries which are inevitable. We won't be able to react because we haven't got contingency. So I feel that we're probably going to lose that game. And when we do, I won't be saying, oh, if only we didn't have injuries, we would have won. It's not fair. I'll just say, listen, it's a squad game.
Oh, wait. Just on that, yeah. What is your run just after that? What is your run looking like in April? Can anyone tell me what like?
I think they'll be back by April.
Away
in the league.
away to Chelsea, away to Fulham, away to Villa.
Yeah, away. Okay.
Away, no, not all, but I know their away games remaining are still kind of tough. They're still quite tough.
No, because the reason why, because Stefan would know, because Stefan predicted a choke. So I just wanted to know from Stefan.
I got it wrong.
No. I'm just asking, innit? You might not.
No. I actually predicted Liverpool because if you look at their previous seasons, it is always March, April where they have a wobble. And I think they will have a wobble now with those injuries.
Right.
And with the fact that they did look quite tired in that game. The problem is that Arsenal just I don't think will be able to they just don't have the attacking power to
take advantage of that.
And the gap for Arsenal to come close and win every single game, and Liverpool need to lose 3 games, which I think is possible if they continue to play with the same teams. Salah for the last, I know he's been prolific, but George does have a point about Salah.
How do you do it though?
Okay, just wait. Can you stop getting so defensive?
Let him land. Then go for him. Let him land. Go on.
What? I would never.
I have in terms of Salah, he's still really effective, but the amount of impact that he has on a game and the effect that he is less and less. If you look at the games, it's much more kind of in like streaks. He fades in the game, and then he has one moment where he scores because he's such a good player. If you compare him to the start of the season where he was affecting games and was creating chances for everybody, I don't think he's as influential in games as he was before. And I think one of the reasons for that is just fatigue. That's just my opinion.
You know what
it is, yeah? I know why Preach is pressed. I think Preach is... Salah's still locked up in Jed Spence Penitentiary. That's what it is.
You know what it is, yeah? I can hear you
Man said Jed Spence, raw.
I hear you saying it's yeah, but when you look in your eyes, you don't believe it yourself. Like Stefan was talking away from the thing the whole time. Like you don't believe these things yourself about Salah. Like
I do.
Like no, you don't. How do you just go like he's prolific? What like?
Because that's just like looking at Brennan Johnson. He scored 40 goals this season, but he's not a good player. I'm not sitting here and saying Salah's not a good player, but he's.
Ask Stefan, yeah, what makes a great player, bruv? Because Salah asks a certain person that question.
I've never did. What is this? I've never denied Salah is a great player.
Because I don't understand what. So what? How do you be prolific, but then do what you said?
He's extremely when he has moments in a game. He is extremely prolific, like Haaland. Wait. A great example. Haaland can have 9 touches in a whole game and score 2 goals because he's prolific when he gets the chance. the thing, not that Salah isn't. He, of course, he gets more touches,
No,
but
what
I'm
I'm saying
noticing that
is,
in
how do
games
you-
he's less and less influential on the game. Sorry.
No, what I'm saying is, how do you be how do you be prolific and then be rubbish at the same time? Basically,
No one said he's rubbish. This
don't
is how I
understand.
know you're rattled though,
Like,
Preach,
when you
though,
say
because
no-
no one once said he's rubbish. You just don't like what we said about him, so you're
Well, you
conflating it to
describe-
say he's rubbish,
like,
so
you
it makes you
describe-
sound better.
No,
I never said this.
He's anti-football, bro. You're playing semantics.
bruv, what
You
did I
said-
not like?
you said he's anti-football.
I like the
Yeah, he's an
prolific part.
anti-footballer.
So it's not-
Like when
yeah,
you
yeah,
watch him with your eyes,
It's
What
like
part
saying-
didn't I like?
because no, Cass, you're right. Like
So
he's
his
an
first touch is
anti-footballer.
anti-football, yeah.
His first touch isn't great. What are we
His
doing
first
Oh,
here?
touch is anti-football.
what are you talking about?
Come on, George.
Oh my
Come on, man. Come on,
He
George.
Bro.
You
What
and
are
Stefan-
we doing? I've seen many times, yeah, where Salah will put it through someone's legs. He didn't mean to do it, but somehow he got it through their legs.
Yeah,
Pause.
some
But like
people-
that's what he
some
does.
people-
That's what he does,
bruv,
bro.
Some people don't mean to do it as well, fam. I've seen Harry Kane score goals he didn't mean to do.
I don't care about Harry Kane. That's not
I know
something
you
a stick you're
don't.
gonna beat me with. He don't play for Spurs. It's fine.
No, I never said he played for Spurs. Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. I just said I've seen him do
But
that.
you know I'm a Spurs fan, so you're
And
coming out a Spurs player. I hear it.
He doesn't even play for Spurs.
I said you're shooting. You're just shooting right now. Just
No,
saying everyone.
I told you, bruv. And it's your fault if you don't come out with a bulletproof vest, bruv. It's your fault, fam. It's not, I really don't care who gets hit. Kids,
Preach,
women.
preach.
But you do know I said about Salah like 40 minutes ago, though. I don't even know how we're still on that conversation. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Guys, it's still one of
Pressed.
their legends, though. Liverpool-
No, because you came up with Spence. You come up with Jed Spence,
How
bro.
am I pressed, bruv? Hey, George, you know what I haven't done yet? I haven't done
Who's
the thing that
taking
you said I
the piss?
should do and talk about the Prem. So I'm just firing on your
Oh
levels,
my
bruv.
god, man. Are you
I'm still
seriously talking shit to a Spurs fan? Is this how
No.
insecure you've gotten after the PSG
Bruv,
loss?
I'm talking to him, bruv. I'm talking to him like I talk to you. So it doesn't matter who he is. Yeah.
What are you talking to us? Arsenal is still in the Champions League. You're not. So what are you talking?
I know, bruv. Look, I put this board up on purpose, bruv. I'm cool, bruv. We've done
Okay,
it.
great. Okay.
Cool, bruv. That's why I want to fire shots, bruv. I don't care, bruv. I will fire shots.
Okay.
Mad.
Because this Salah thing don't make sense, though. Like,
Yes, it makes sense. He's prolific when he gets the chance, but isn't as influential in a game. It's very logical.
what part of the game does the prolific stuff?
When he gets 2 chances, he scores 2 goals. That's prolific.
Isn't that influential?
He didn't do that against PSG, though.
So
Yeah,
okay,
true. That's true.
okay. So name one person that's done it every single game of every season, every single minute. Name one player
But
that's done
nobody.
it every single game. Top notch.
No, but
but
preach.
nobody-
My point is that you guys will start talking about Ballon d'Or. You guys are talking about how great he's been this season. You know, because he scored the most goals in the league and like he's breaking all these records.
Yeah.
But like you said, Cass said you said you're not a stats man. You watch football with your eyes. That's me. I watch football with my eyes. I don't let stats deceive me to what a player is and what they're becoming. Just like if you want to reference James Maddison, 9 goals, 5 assists. Statistically, he's Tottenham's best creator this season, but he's shit. He's been shit all year. Don't look at the stats to tell me anything.
Yeah,
Salah on the other
no,
hand, when I look
gonna
at
let you
Salah, I look at him and I say, yes, he's a very effective player. He's effective. No one can take that away from him. He manages to get goals. He manages, and he's worked on his creation over the years. His creativity's got better. But when I watch football with my eyes, he's not a player that impresses me. He's not someone that gets me out of my seat. He's not someone who I think is a footballer. Someone that actually, on the wing takes on their man, dribbling in and out with both feet. He manages to get past players again, as I said, somehow. But when you come up against a proper fullback like Nuno Mendes, it wasn't so easy. Doing it against Trent every other week, he's trying to bully Trent in training and that, trying to start scraps with him. You can do that because Trent's not a good defender. Do that against a real bad man come up against you and you don't want to shoot gun. Like, come on, man.
It was very good yesterday, by the way.
Can I say something? This is where I think
it was very, 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 very good.
I think this is where you get lost, yeah, because you mentioned earlier about stats,
Yes,
yeah,
Trent
about
is an
one
amazing
of your players being the best, got the best stats in the team, but being shit still or whatever, yeah.
Nobody says
No.
he's shit. Nobody
No,
says he's
listen,
shit.
That is not. Listen to what I'm saying. You see the stats that player achieves. It's not up there with the average players, isn't it? Like Salah's stats is up there. Just because he's the best in his team, it doesn't make us like equivalent to you You're talking about your best of
I
your
just
team.
mentioned one, so you know that I keep
No,
the
no,
same standards across the board. That's the only reason why I mentioned
What I'm trying to,
Madison. Don't make it think that I'm comparing them.
I did listen to you. Like, you know, I'm heated, but I still stopped and listened to you. Yeah. Fab, yeah. So, yeah. Thank you very much. Man. You said all of that, yeah. But what I'm saying, the standards that you just said was poor. Yeah. I'm talking about Salah's averages matching across Europe. Not just the best in Liverpool,
Yes, he's
across
the great.
Europe.
Look, preach.
I'm
He's the
talking to
greatest
someone
player of
else.
all time.
I'm talking to
Okay,
someone
he's the
else.
greatest player of all time. But
I'm
what me and
talking
George
to
are trying
someone
to
else.
say.
I'm talking to someone else. Thank
Okay.
you, fam.
Okay.
Yeah, and all that I did listen. Yeah, you're talking about stats that don't match the high standards of Europe, bruv. So that's why we're talking about it. Yeah, Salah's stats is up there. Yeah, up there with the team up there. You're talking about a team, your team, Spurs, your player stats is not average across Europe, fam.
Do you like him
So it's
aesthetically?
different. I get that.
Do you like him
Pardon?
aesthetically?
He
Do you like
didn't
him
mean to
aesthetically? Do you like
compare
him?
Madison to Salah. He just compared the fact
Fam,
that he just I
he's
got
best in his
I got what he was trying to do.
Nah, Stefan, Ash asked a good question. That's my point exactly. Like,
That's what
do
I
you
was
like
trying to
his
get.
aesthetically? When you watch him, do you like him? Watching how he plays, or do you just like the fact that he scores goals?
Of course, he's gonna say yes.
No,
I like the way
what's mad?
I like passing outside of his foot.
Outside of his foot,
That the left foot that he's been doing from years. He's got a great Chelsea goal that he's been doing with his left foot.
His
Everyone
finishing.
knows his signature goal. I haven't finished talking, fam.
You know what it is?
He's taking on the ball. He's got highlights of him going through you lot's defenses, Spurs. He's got Man City's defenses going through. He does things by accident and then thinks real quick and still gets goals. He gets assists as well. So his passing is that's not finishing. He gets high quality assists. So he sets up as well. His vision's good. He's like, I know you made the joke, but his first touch is nice. So I don't know.
I will say this.
Like, I get what you're saying. He's not a step over type of person. That's cool. I get it. Like, he's not a step over person. Like,
He does try to,
not
though.
as well.
I'll say this. He does have like a janky kind of style. He does sometimes look like he doesn't know exactly what he wants to do. I definitely concede that. Like he's not fluid. He's not the young guy that came on yesterday for PSG, I forget his name.
What?
Doué.
Doué.
Now he was what I would call a techie baller. He's techie. I wouldn't say that Salah's techie. He's very different. He's Salah is pure desire and drive. Like if you saw Suarez, for example, Suarez is a striker who is all desire and drive, and sometimes that determination will get him in front of the goal. And when he's there, he's not missing. But he's not going to like Suarez is not going to.
This is disgraceful. How can you downplay? How can you first?
So I'm just talking about aesthetic. Let me finish my point. I'm just talking about aesthetics. So I do understand where people are coming from. I do get it. But at the same time, so aesthetically, is he not? Maybe not. But he's been doing it for 7 years in a row. We can't even do this. We can't even have this conversation.
He's a ridiculous.
What you're saying, George, like what I'm interpreting, you're saying, or what's happening in between the lines is you're like, yeah, he's got goals, yeah, he's got assists, but really, is he really?
He's generational.
That's where we disagree because it's not even. I used to feel the same way about Harry Kane, so I can understand where you're coming from because I used to look at him and think this guy's a plain Jane. He's square. He can't do a step over to save his life. But then after he's got golden boot 4 times in a row, it's kind of like, okay, he's not my type of striker, but the guy is prolific. And you just have to be honest and say, maybe he's not your type of star, but don't downplay him as oh, but can he really?
But George,
my eyes can't see, bro. 7 times in a row, and he's overtaken your guy.
No, wait.
Come on, man.
Forget his stats.
Let's not do this.
No, forget his stats. They're ridiculous, and they are, in my opinion, he'll go down as the greatest Premier League winger of all time, in my opinion. But let's just look at a player that might be more aesthetically pleasing, but is actually,
Hazard.
but it's actually no. Hazard is an amazing player. I'm not gonna. I know his stats are not great, but someone for me that someone for me that if he didn't play for a big club, people would be making fun of him because of his shit end product, and that's Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku looks great on the ball, looks all the dribbles, looks exciting.
He's one for George. Yeah, definitely.
He's not one for me at all because he's just like Alan St. Maximan. He doesn't have no end product.
I was waiting for that.
In terms of he might look great. He might look more aesthetic than Salah, but
He's not finishing as well. He's not.
Yeah, Savinho, for example. Everybody. Well, just another example. Everybody raves about Savinho, right? I think he's got
Savinho's cold.
Exactly. This is it. That's your point.
Savinho's 19, Salah's 32, bro. Don't compare them, bro. They got 13 years difference. Salah could almost be Savio's dad, bro. What are we doing here?
That's why defenders can't win it as well because of the mentality of what you want.
Goals. You know, goals in the five-a-side goals kind of thing. Actually.
Yeah.
You go down there and you see a guy do like a flim flam, and you're like, oh, he's a baller. I can tell. That's the type of.
No, Savio is actually Savio's good. Savio throughout the season, his play's progressed and he's picking up more goals. One thing you're not actually identifying is he's 19 or 20 years of age. He's growing that part of his game. Those players at that age never are prolific. Salah only got to the prolific point at around 27 years old. Let's not act like he wasn't in the Premier League for Chelsea and he wasn't prolific.
Yeah, because he was on the bench and he was 22, 23, playing behind the best player in the Premier League in Eden Hazard.
You can peak late, fam.
Yeah, and he was
late
prolific.
Because you don't. Listen,
I'm saying there's a problem.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying we can rebuttal it all, innit? Like,
I don't even know how we stayed on Salah for so long.
Yeah, that was the wipe.
All I'm saying, we just named some players, and you gave excuses. Do you know what I'm saying? But they look good, but Salah scores. He does the job. He does what it needs. You get me? If you lot had Salah, you would win things. Like you've got the other things, and you're not winning nothing. So it don't make sense.
Why do you always have to throw shots?
Because what do you mean? Why do I have to? Why do you have to say stupid things?
Let's talk about.
I just defended Salah. Why are you throwing shots?
We don't need you to defend him. He scores goals and gets assists.
Okay, you know what, George? I agree. Shit.
No one don't need to say nothing. His history on the record. There.
I want to talk about the Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal just played in it. You know what I'm saying?
Real Madrid, baby. Real Madrid.
You say hashtag pray for Madrid, yeah? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Arsenal qualified, innit? They won, was it 9-3? 9-3. Let me start with FaZe, man. I ain't spoken to you for a minute. Let's say yeah, what do you think of Arsenal at the moment? Obviously, Sterling did his thing. Do you reckon Sterling could revive?
Oh, Sterling's whack, man.
You played all right today, though?
See that chance? Nah.
He missed the one-on-one.
He actually played well today.
Yes, I thought he played all right today as well.
Yeah, I just don't rate him, man. Even when he was at City and all of that, I know what he's done and all that stuff. I just don't rate him through and through, man. I've never really been back into this argument. I watch football with my eyes. I watch with my eyes so I can see. This persuasive.
Let me ask you a question then. If Saka
you have to watch football with your eyes to see Sterling's not good.
Yeah,
no. That's why when you lot were saying it so much, I was like, would you watch it with your arsehole?
No, but some people watch it with their brain and they start getting the calculators out and they start, 10 GA? Oh, what, 15 game? Oh, he's had a great season.
I want to know, FaZe, like, if Saka was fit and Salah was out, would you, man, be where Liverpool are?
Well, what are we saying now? I don't understand the question. I'm actually perplexed.
No. I'm saying, like, if Salah wasn't fit, you know, like how Saka wasn't fit, but Saka was fit. Am I making sense?
So why don't you just say if Saka was fit and then finish your point? What was the need to mention Salah? Like,
no, if Salah had missed the 4 months that Saka had missed, would Arsenal now be closer or at the same position as Liverpool?
Yeah.
So what I don't understand. So you're asking me to predict a scenario that hasn't happened. I'm confused.
I think you forgot who you was asking the question to. Jinx don't do none of those questions.
No. But you acting like he doesn't do hypothetical, bro. Come on.
It's
We
the
do
setup for
hypothetical.
Stephanie. He just wanted to.
You just don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
Let
I
me
don't
ask
know.
Stephanie.
As much as my answer could be yes, is as much as the truth could be no. Like, it's something we'll never know.
Ask Stefan. He's got this ready and waiting. He's laminated it. He's going to pull it out the cup. Trust me. Go on. Ask Stefan. He's ready. He's ready for this question.
No, it's not laminated, Cass. I'm using the same excuse you used for last year's.
Come on, pull it. Answer the question, man. Bring
The question.
In my opinion, it is not only is there a precedent where if Salah misses time or
What's
drops
Salah got to do with it?
and Liverpool collapse.
Let him answer.
Okay. Simple answer is yes, because last season when Salah was injured for a month and dropped form in the last 2 months, there was a 15-point swing between Arsenal and Liverpool. Exactly the actual difference that is now in 2 months. So imagine if he missed 4 months. This is the same player. There is not a team in Europe or in the league that is more reliant on this one player. So just from stats alone, Salah in the Premier League has 44 goals and assists this season. Liverpool have scored 69.
Is that Premier League alone?
Wait. Liverpool have scored.
Wait, was that Premier League alone, Steph?
Yeah, that's Premier League alone.
That's astonishing.
That is crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. That's the record. That's
We're looking for the equivalent of that as well, yeah?
Okay, wait. Let me finish. Let me land. So they have 44 goals and assists. Salah has 44. Liverpool have scored 69. That is over 75% of their output is from one player. And you're telling me if he misses 4 months, Liverpool are going to be in the same position? Get the fuck out of here. Liverpool would be in Europa League.
And the other part is, would you be in our position? Because that's the other part of the question.
100%. If Salah is out for 4 months, he would be first.
Have you got a player that does that stats, the 44?
Saka, when Saka got injured, at the point that Saka
No,
got injured,
I'm saying when he wasn't injured, did he get the same results? Like last season,
When he was injured, you were never on top of the league.
Because we had a much harder schedule in the first 15 games.
Oh my days, man said schedule. Bro, you would never.
Stefan, are you trying to say the difference between you winning the league is you just? Are you basically just putting? Are you saying you've bottled the league because you haven't had Saka? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, George. First of all, no team without their key players. Odegaard missed 3 months at the start of the season. Then Saka 3 weeks later was out for 4 months.
Wait, Odegaard missed 3 months. Are we just lying now? Because he didn't miss 3 months. He didn't even miss 10 games. He didn't even miss 10 Premier League games. Why are you lying, bro?
He lies a lot.
10 Premier League games.
He didn't even miss 10 Premier League games. My point. You're lying.
He was out. What are you talking, George? He was out from September until he came back in like mid-November.
Wait. Oh man.
He missed 57 days.
This is what happens when you answer hypothetical questions. What you got yourself into?
57 days, not even 2 months. You just added like a whole month and a bit on. Like, what are we doing here?
Now you're spiraling to back up a hypothetical situation.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't like that. Odegaard missing 3 months is just cap. Like, the only player that you've significantly missed this season has been Saka. So Odegaard's been around for the majority of the season. And even when Odegaard has been there, Odegaard's just had a rubbish season. Let's have a fact.
They're saying that they miss Jesus. They've never liked Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. You guys have never liked him. All of a sudden, you're missing Jesus. Then you tell me that you're missing. You told me you're missing Timber before he even made his first debut. You lot are wilding. Bro,
Okay. Odegaard out for 57 days. Then he comes back. Saka out for pretty much most of the 4 months now, I think. I don't know how many days. Check the fucking days, George. This is George, so I'm sure.
I said fucking now.
No, sorry. I mean, check the actual days.
You deserve that,
Sorry.
George, because you
I
betrayed
didn't
him.
mean it like
You were
that.
on the same team every argument until just now, so you deserve that.
I didn't mean it like that. Then our second most productive player with goals and assists behind Saka is out for the season. And then for a period of time, 4 of our forwards are out of our 6. The last time this happened, this same situation that I can compare to, was when Liverpool lost Van Dijk and their whole defense for pretty much the whole season. And let me tell you, they didn't challenge or win the league. They got nowhere near. So if you want to take the fact that our best player is missing for 4 months and that doesn't make that much of a difference and we bottled the league, the second best.
No one said any of those things. I feel like, and you keep saying challenge. You're not challenging if you're 15 points behind. Let's just clarify something.
Yes, we cannot challenge if our best players are not fit, George.
You're arguing against a point that Steph, you're arguing against a point that nobody said. If you had Saka, in all probability, on the balance of probability, you would probably have more points. No one is debating that. If we didn't have Salah, we would probably, on the balance of probability, have less points. No one is disputing that. You don't want to keep on going on about that.
No, Cass, it's not.
Hold on. The fact of the matter is, hold on. Even if you had Salah, even if you had Saka and Odegaard and Havertz and all these people at the same time, all these jokers, even if you had them, you still would not win the league. Because when you were when they were all fit last season, you won diddly squat, and that was when
we were better than Liverpool. Were we?
Injuries. So
were we not better than Liverpool?
You didn't win.
Okay, but we were better than Liverpool, weren't we?
Yes, you were better than Liverpool.
So who are we competing this season?
This competition is not a season.
It's not Man City, is it?
It's a Premier League competition.
Okay, well, just because you talk about because just to answer you about your probability
thing, and no one was interrupting him.
No, because he said I'm using probability. No, I'm using last year. If you look,
he didn't say you was using probability. He said on the scale of probability, bro. You're not listening, Stefan.
Okay, sorry. Okay, my bad. Okay, but to answer him as to why I believe this, the only part of our team that has not had kind of instability this year in terms of key injuries and for a long period is our defense. Last season, we had the league's best defense. This season, we have the league's best defense. Last season, with those forwards, we scored more goals than Liverpool, and we scored the most goals in Premier League history for an Arsenal team. So this season, the key area where we have had severe injuries, that is now different compared to the other things that have stayed exactly the same. So why should I not believe that our attack should not stay the same level or close to it when our defense?
I'll tell you why not. Because again,
let me tell you why you shouldn't believe it. Because
last
season you had the best defense and you had the best strike force. Okay.
No,
you scored the most goals last season. Your total tally of points was what? It was sub 90. It was roughly about 80. Let me finish. It was about 89. Yeah. You have never broken 90 points. Liverpool have broken 90 points several times. I'm saying to you,
4 years ago, with a totally different
times, you agree to argue, just be argumentative. So we've broken it several times. So in your best season, in your best season, when you had everyone fit and you had the best defense and you scored the most goals, you only got 89 points. And that would never have won you the league in all of these past seasons that have gone. So what I'm saying to you is, even at your peak, you've never been good enough.
That's not true. Again, Cass, that's not true.
You would not have won the league because Liverpool are about to win. Oh, man.
That,
Oh, wait, Stefan. Before you go, I just want to say, because you were talking about about last season, so on and so forth. All right, Odegaard has not performed to the same level of last
I
season.
agree.
Nowhere near. Declan Rice hasn't performed to the same level of last season. Nowhere near. Players like
I
even
disagree with that.
Trossard. No, Declan Rice has been good this year. He was
He's been really good.
amazing last year. He was amazing last year. There's definitely a difference. He was one of the best players in the league last year. He's not that at the moment. And then when you look at players like Trossard, who's had more game time but hasn't been as good. Let's be honest. He's got a few goals here and there, but Trossard, when he's been relied upon this season, hasn't been good enough. So your front line has been missing a lot of players that were stepping up last year. Trossard was getting loads of goals last year off the bench. He's not having the same required impact. So even if you did have these players, none of these players that you're talking, having Saka back, sorry, you still have a bunch of other players that aren't performing at the same level they was last year. So you wouldn't necessarily have the same result.
Well, okay, yeah, George, I completely agree with you on that, but you're also kind of undermining the fact that Saka is missing. Saka, when he got injured, was the most creative player in the league. You don't think that if Saka had played for...
Because he got 7 corner assists. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing?
What do you mean 7 corner assists? Do you not think that if Saka
He was not the most creative player in the league. Look at the most created chances. It was Cole Palmer and Mo Salah.
Get involved, yeah, but the Salah's had 9 pens, ain't he, or something like that.
Uh-oh.
And I don't even think that counts as shit. So discounting a man's attribute just because you want to.
I didn't discount it. He said he's the most creative player. He was the most creative player in the league. He wasn't. Just because you got by assists, and then most people will tell you assists. I don't think you're creative.
By chances created per game.
Big chances created, Joe. You're talking about. You're not talking about chances created. You're talking about big chances created, and that's because again, corners have created loads of big chances.
Well, what the fuck then? We'll take corners. Take corners. As good as Saka then? What do you mean? Like what? Yeah, like.
No, it's because I don't like the term of most creative player in the league because, again, if you look at the actual stats, it's Salah, Kulusevski, and Cole Palmer. They're the most creative players.
Kulusevski? Get the fuck out. Kulusevski. Really? Out of all the players you can
No, again, I'm using your logic. Statistically, it's proven. Chances created, key passes, all the key metrics that you measure a creative player from, Kulusevski's in the top 3. So
why? Okay, George.
So you can't discredit Saka for being in the top 1 when he was playing them, can you?
For only assists, not chances created. That's my point.
Okay. Then, so why? Wait. So why then, when Saka got injured, the only player that had more goals and assists than him in the Prem was Salah. So do you not think that such? do you not think that missing such a big player for Arsenal that you don't think that won't affect the output for Martinelli, for Trossard?
Sorry, what are you not actually arguing about now?
I don't even know what Stefan's arguing. I'll be sorry. He keeps going back to Saka. You all agree that Saka's going to have an impact.
You keep objecting him, so you know more than any of us lot. So
No. Because all I've said is that I've said that Saka wasn't the most creative player. We all agree that with Saka, you guys would be better. But Stefan's basically trying to say, if Saka was back, it would make our whole team better, as in the other players will be playing better. So, yes, we would be able to win the league. That's basically what Stefan's saying.
What's mad, though? And this is why, when you lot get into these hypothetical debates, in this hypothetical world, he could be right. You get what I mean? Which is why I don't do hypothetical arguments. Because you lot are just arguing about a Barbie world.
No, it's all opinion based, isn't it? At the end of the day, because next season, I mean, when is Saka back? By the way, when is Saka back?
Hopefully, after the break. They're
break,
saying,
he's back, yeah. And that's when you predict that Liverpool might have that, choke where they can lose 3 games.
We're not going to win the league. We're not going to win the league.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, they could drop.
You're going to beat Liverpool at Anfield because Saka's back.
Well, we have a better chance of beating them with Saka than without Saka.
No, but I want you to answer the question, not whether you have a better chance. Do you think that you're going to beat them at Anfield?
No.
Because, again, the league might be done by then. They could win the league on that day.
They could, George.
Can they win it before?
They could, yeah. You're right.
I don't know. Big Preach might know.
I hope not. I don't want to do a guard of honor.
No, I think they can. I think you guys could give them a guard of honor.
We don't do well,
yeah, you could give them a guard of honor. You could.
Fuck that. That's gonna be awful.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna watch that game. If
yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy. Yeah, it's mad. Cool, man.
I'm coming to Bulgaria, bruv. What do you mean?
Great
class through here, boy. To Bulgaria.
Did you man watch the game though versus PSV? Did you watch the PSV?
I did.
You did, yeah. What did you think of Zinni? Because obviously Zinni scored a goal in front of the
What a
midfield.
really nice goal, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think like he could play that position or long? Nah. Rice with a header as well. Obviously, he scored a goal.
Sterling actually put in
Cross for him.
the actual pass for the goal was really good, but the header was also. But I watched Zinchenko, and he's not a Arteta center mid. He just doesn't have the legs.
So you say you would sell him then, basically, is what you're saying.
Oh no, for sure. I actually think
What I wanted to know
dipping his
though,
thumb.
I wanted to know who's better though as a right back, Ben White or Timber. I just want to know. Like, I don't know what you lot think as well on the panel. I don't know. Who's
Jinx,
better, man?
yeah.
Ben White or Timber?
I'm intrigued to hear this from Chinks. Yeah.
Timber is really, really, really good. You know, I think he's one of our best fucking players.
Who's Timber?
Overall, I mean, forward, backwards, everything. He's so well rounded. But I've seen Ben White do he's done it for way longer in that position. So I think
link up between him and Saka. Is that what you're talking about? The relationship?
Yeah, that whole right side, since that's been fragmented, we've never looked the same. But Timber does a good impression. That's a very, very difficult question. I'd say that Timber's a better. Go on, preach.
It's depending on what you need in the match.
Yeah,
exactly.
Man,
exactly.
I say Timber's a better all-round footballer, 100%. But Ben White's ability, but Ben White's good as well, man.
This is a hypothetical.
I feel like you've not been able to see enough of Timber and Saka play together, because I think Timber's way better than Ben White. When you, like you said, all round footballer. Even
why does Ben White? I've never.
No, I think Ben White has some amazing link up with Saka. I feel like you said, some of the key reasons why you guys haven't been as good is because down that right hand side last year, you guys were killing it, innit? The link up between him, Odegaard, and Saka, like Ben White, Odegaard, and Saka, is like it works. But Timber on the ball. Like I see him dribbling that man down the right wing, chopping man inside, and that like Timber's cold. I feel like he's definitely.
But George, the reason why Chinks also can't, because Ben White last season, especially the last he was easily the best right back. He had I think 8 assists or 9. He was ridiculous last year. The last
you know what it is as well, Steph. He's got that little bit of cunt in him.
I love it. I love that about him. I fucking love that about him.
I love that. Ball in your face. I love all of that.
I love that shit too. But if his name was Benjamin Whitinho, I guarantee you everybody would be talking crazy. But because
they don't rate him because he gets fake tan, bro. That's
exactly. But because he looks like a prick, like he's from.
He really does.
Is that a colour thing?
Definitely.
This colour thing for a tan is amazing.
Yeah.
He looks the same about Trent. He was Trentino as well, bro.
No, please, no. He always has to bring up some Liverpool comparison.
Yeah. Only you, fam. Only you, bro.
Okay. Ash, just to answer, I agree with Chinks and everything. I disagree, however, on I think Ben White is better going forward. I think Timber still needs to improve on that. I think his overlapping runs, sometimes he doesn't support Saka as well as Ben White does, as well as he joins the attack. But defensively, honestly, in my opinion, this season, I honestly don't think Timber has had one bad game. That's how good he's been. He has been so consistent. I can't think of one bad game Timber has had. I can think of one bad game Gabriel has had. I can think of one bad game Saliba has had, but Timber has been, and not only that, for me,
the bad game that Timber had was against West Ham, and he got taken off.
There was a game when he played centre back as well.
And Villa. He played against Villa. Yeah. So he played okay, and he was fine in that game.
Is he an actual right back? Someone said that.
He's both. He played centre back for Ajax. He played right back. He even played like Ben White is. They're very similar players because Ben White played as DM for Leeds. He played as a center back for Brighton. Played as a back 3 for Brighton. Played as a right back for Leeds and stuff. So they're super versatile. They're both. I think for me, what's even more impressive is to perform like this and to play every 3 days for 4 months after an ACL injury. For me, is even more like.
I'll answer me this though. I'll answer me this.
Bro, I'm gonna make a move, man.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out.
All right, brother. Blessings, man.
Okay.
Sorry about it. I didn't get to the A's a bit. Sorry, man.
No, no way, man. Happy man there.
In a
Take
bit, man.
it.
Peace. Just a quick one, yeah. Just on Real Madrid because you are facing them next. What are your chances? Like, what do you reckon? Do you reckon you can do them? You know what I'm saying?
You want to go first, Steph?
If we play smart, yes, 100%. I watched them against Atletico. I watched them against Liverpool. I watched them in quite a few games. They will play open. They will give us chances. If we can nullify, if we play a very similar way to the way PSG, to the way we played PSG at home, which was we play with a low block and then we control the game. I think we can definitely hurt them. Yeah, and from set pieces, I think they're quite small. So yeah, for sure. If we play smart, of course they have game changers that we do not have, like Vinicius and Mbappe and stuff. But I honestly think if we play a similar style to the way we played PSG, where we bullied and pressed PSG and used our physicality in midfield, I think we can definitely give them a very, very serious test and game and beat them even.
Wow, the way you said PSG, bro, I've kind of felt that one still. What do you think, Preach? You think they could?
You know, Liverpool and Madrid. You get me the history.
Of losing?
They're our bogey team. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say like I don't know the occasion. It's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid occasion, and like the more I think you need to keep it calm. Like as long as it doesn't get excited, too chaotic, like just fiery. I think I agree with Stefan with his points there.
Oh, you agree? So you think Arsenal could do it? You think Arsenal could beat him?
No, like Real Madrid, like they're not there yet. They're not the Real Madrid that maybe next season, maybe with Trent, there'll be that team that everyone's talking about. But right now, I don't think they're that team. So I think it's possible, like the points that Stefan was saying. But like I think if it just like I don't know, like a dodgy challenge, like it's just gonna mess it up. Like the more electric and energy in that game, it will be the worst for Arsenal. That's how I see it.
But Preach, that's my whole point. If you watch this, the way we played against PSG, we killed that. We don't want to make it a basketball game because they will win then. If we give them space and it's constant running.
Is that why you were going at Liverpool? You think Slot made a mistake because he made it into a basketball game?
That was my whole point. He tried to play punch for punch with PSG at a game where they simply had more athletes on the pitch than them. And that's why they lost for me. Whilst Inter, if you watch them, and Arsenal, I'm sorry, they closed the actual space and didn't allow them to run because they had three wingers. So whenever they had the ball, Inter and Arsenal would drop back, play a deep block, and they couldn't do anything. And then on top of that, what they also didn't do was they were also arrogant from the fact that they didn't realize that Vitinha was their heartbeat. If you watch the Arsenal and the Inter game, Rice shadowed Vitinha the whole game and completely bullied him the whole game. And Vitinha barely got on the ball. And from Inter, I think it was Barella. Barella completely nullified him also. So if you play a specific style with these type of teams that like to run, that like to break, I think you can get at them. And the biggest mistake I thought that the final thing about Slot that he made was that every single set piece, I don't know if Preach noticed, almost every set piece Liverpool had, it was a chance. Every corner was almost a goal. Like there was a header or they won it or it was very tight.
Side or something. Yeah, hit the post.
Yeah, it was always. And Liverpool should have played for more set pieces because I honestly think.
And then you got to remember the first 10, 15 minutes, Salah missed about two chances.
That was the first. But I'm talking about after. I thought PSG looked the most vulnerable on set pieces. They couldn't cope with Van Dijk. They don't have the size PSG to defend.
Back to Real Madrid because
Real Madrid. If you watch,
PSG game was a two-legged game.
Yeah. If you watch
1-1 lost one.
No, true. If you watch the way Real Madrid play, I think it's quite similar to PSG. They have similar profiles of players, and if Arsenal can match that, then why not? What am I gonna go into this game think? Oh fuck, we're out. No, what? Why? We have one of the best defenses in Europe. Saka is probably gonna be back. They have no left back. I don't know if you saw. They have no right back or left back. Mendy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he got injured. Why? Why should I say that we're gonna we have no chance? Bullshit. We have a chance.
What do you think, Jenks? Then you reckon like if you lot can do them over, then you can actually win the Champions Leagues? Because I think Real Madrid, that's a big team. That if you knock them out, you got to start thinking. Hang on a second, we can maybe get something from this. What do you think about it, though, Bob? Do you think you could beat them first of all before we get?
Weirdly, I have more hope for beating them than Atletico.
Yeah,
I feel like Atletico.
I think a lot of people say that.
Yeah, I think Atletico would have beat them to Newcastle and just out physicaled us and sat in their place and just punched us in the face. But when you obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, innit? So I have a slight bias to Arsenal. So when I don't like to look like Deji on stream when I just say silly stuff because of my bias. So I tend to lean.
It's your opinion, bro. It's your actual opinion.
But I don't like looking like an idiot based off because I know my heart can lead me wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up my baby mother, them. But so like I can't rely on myself all the time. So I have to lean into stats. That helps me. And statistically speaking, this is their competition, man. So it'd be nice. And I'm not completely defeated, but logic tells me, fucking hell, it's Madrid, innit, man? I've seen them do it with lesser teams.
Don't forget, Ash. There's only two teams that have beaten Real Madrid in a knockout round at the Bernabeu: Ajax and Arsenal.
Jeez, hey, smoky heads. You gotta believe, yeah. That is mad.
I remember that as well. That was Thierry Henry.
But the problem is we don't have Henry. That's the issue now. But yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. There's a lot of people that talk about Real Madrid, and they say if you're playing Real Madrid, you have to beat them and make sure you put them in a coffin. And when you get that coffin, you need to put that lid on top and put a few nails in. And when you put those nails in, you need to throw the dirt on and then put a tractor on top. Because if you don't put them away properly, they just keep coming back and back. So I don't know if one goal is going to be enough to kind of hold out Real Madrid. Real Madrid in that Bernabeu, in that cauldron.
If from Stefan's logic, Arteta watches the Real Madrid game, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, you can get some tips.
For sure. No, for sure. Watch the games where they lost. And if you watch those games, Real Madrid always give a team, they always have a little wobble in every game for 10, 50, where they give big chance. Even in La Liga, I watched them in La Liga. They're not good defensively because they have a lot of injuries in defense. And they will give Arsenal chances. The thing is, Liverpool, I don't remember who scored. They scored two goals, and the game was pretty much done. Like Real Madrid didn't look like they created a few chances, but it's all about taking advantage. Because you're right, Ash. They're Real Madrid. It's their competition. They always come back because they have amazing players.
They've won it the most times. They've won it the most times.
No, but at the Emirates, Ash, they will give us 15 to 20 minutes where we will have a lot of chances. The problem is do we have the personnel to score those?
Where's the second leg?
Second leg is at the Bernabeu, which is complete bullshit, if you ask me. What is
that? Oh, that's mad.
Yeah. What is the point of the seeding if Arsenal finished in the actual top 8 that they get the actual second leg there? That's bullshit for me.
You'd have had a leg to stand on if it was the other way around, but I don't know. Like I can't see you lot punishing Real Madrid at the Emirates and then taking that lead and then holding out. Like I don't know. Obviously, yeah, you see Real Madrid, like Rodrigo. You've got obviously you've got
Vinicius,
Bellingham,
not Bellingham,
Mbappe.
I was thinking about Mbappe. You've got Mbappe.
Yeah, but
only recently
got Saliba.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. you know what I'm saying, transitional players. So I don't know how you lot wanna. If you lot are gonna park the bus, you wanna kind of just do that.
No.
And
That'd be foolish.
No, we're not gonna park the bus. We're just gonna not allow. We're gonna play safe with the ball and just control the game, because they're gonna play pure counterattack. If you look at their
yeah,
average,
they do pick out.
yeah, they play counterattack. So
That's why I thought you might sit back to avoid that. That's what I was saying, that you might do that.
without the ball, definitely, Ash. I think without the ball, we're gonna play with a low block and make them cross, because crossing the ball, who are they gonna
Yeah, there's no one in
cross
that.
to?
Yeah.
So if we're smart, like for example, PSG, if Aston Villa plays smart against them, they can knock them out.
Is it Villa
They can hurt
PSG
them.
next
They can
round?
really hurt them.
Is it Villa PSG next round?
Yeah,
Nice. And Asensio, he's looking all right, you know.
he's great. Aston Villa have the firepower to really hurt them, and Aston Villa play on the break. So I think that game is not as a dead cert as people are saying. Oh, PSG are going to wipe the floor. Unai Emery is a very good coach in these type of games.
How would you feel, Preach, if like Aston Villa beat PSG and they get further than you?
Cool, innit? Like, we got the league, innit?
I hear it still.
Like, we can't win everything. You get me? Like, the
Can't
last time
be
we
the league.
spoke
To
about
be
winning
fair,
everything, we got laughed at. Thought we was going to win the quadruple. We got laughed at that. So, I win it all.
yeah.
Yeah, you can see the numbers there.
Now I can see PSG.
I'm gonna go, guys. I'm
Smoking
sorry
it up,
it's
so.
late here. Thank you guys for
Big
the
up, man.
invite, and
Big up, Steph, man.
Big up.
Well done. That was a good performance, man. That was a good part.
Yeah.
thank you, Chinks. I tried. See you guys. Good night.
Yeah,
Big up.
In a bit, man. In a bit. Do you think
but
like
I do
Liverpool?
agree with you.
Yeah. Do you think Liverpool have had to get out of second gear this season? Breach.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree with that.
Is that your
just
mic that's doing that? Dum.
me,
Yeah. It's better now. Yeah.
please.
It's calm. Yeah, like a bit.
Yeah, no. You know, I don't say what was the question again? I swear I almost answered
No,
something else.
it's a cheeky question, to be fair. I'm saying, right. Do you think Liverpool have had to get out of second gear this season?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Certain times.
Yeah, that's why I asked again. 'Cause I just think there's just like people think we play like Klopp's football. Yeah, I know there's similarities. Yeah, I think the difference is so much that people think we're playing in second gear. Like that's how I feel. Like I think that's the difference. Like the intensity, like that chaoticness is because it's all kind of calmed down a little. The manager's calmed down, everything's calmed down. I feel like people think that, but no, we've had to like be in third gear. What we do more is if we've got like the 2-0 win or something, then we might
sit back and just suckle. You get me?
Yeah,
chill off. So that's why I feel like that. Because certain men are trying to like, I don't know. Obviously, there's bare narratives going around, and they're saying, "Rod, like who said it earlier? They said, Rod, this has been the worst league. George, didn't it? George was doing all that.
Yeah.
They were saying, like, this has got to be the worst league. Like, if you look at the points tally, like Man City falling off, Arsenal falling off. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea, no one saw that coming. Like, man, like, do you know what I'm saying? All the normal teams that are normally thereabouts, they ain't doing what they're meant to be doing. And so you've obviously taken it. It's not your fault, obviously, but that's what I mean by like second gear, because you're winning games like 2 goals and then you're just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I look at it raw. That's what you're meant to do, isn't it? It's not your fault you're winning. You're getting up the 3 points. I've seen Chelsea do it. I've seen Chelsea win 1-0 with what's his face? Mourinho. Mourinho used to do 1-0s, 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 1-0s. And that's the way it is. And I think it's a little different to what Klopp was doing. Now Klopp was doing it like heavy metal, 300 miles per hour. And I think
3-0 is going.
Yeah, 3-1, 3-2, 3-0. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with Slot, he's just got the balance right where he kind of mixes the high tempo with the kind of controlled football, and he tries to figure out the team first before going mad. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. But I would say like if you ask the Nottingham Forest fans, you ask Toon,
Mm.
they're all saying that it's a lot more competitive, in it. Like, so those that are doing better think the leagues are better,
You got like,
and then those that are not doing so good think that it's worse, poor, in it.
Do you think? Question. Do you man think City, like next season, do you think it's as easy as them buying one or two more players and they're back to win the league, or do you think there's a serious issue there, man?
I think that they're getting a big fine or point deduction or something. I think personally from
Do
this,
you think they're gonna drop points?
I think I don't know why the way they just the players were just down in tools, not down in tools, but just getting overran by teams.
Well, don't you think like maybe someone's figured them out? You see what I'm saying? Because I watched the Forest game, innit? The
Oh yeah,
Forest
that's
game.
going through a divorce as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going through divorce. Though. He's going
Yes.
through a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's because the football took over, innit? And he neglected the wifey. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you do that.
It's coming sacrifice, in it. What's that Spider-Man saying?
With great responsibility.
Yeah, all of that stuff. I don't even know. You can't look at
Great power comes.
how much things he's won in that time. Who?
But this is what I'm saying.
Their wife, all the attention as well.
Is his time up? Is that kind of possession-based football where you have a lot of the ball, and then you know what I'm saying teams hit you and counter you? Then maybe it's time for the quick counter-attacking teams. Do you know what I'm saying? Coming back into that Real Madrid point, you know, Real Madrid, they're counter-attacking. PSG when they played you, man, they did the counter thing. You know what I'm saying? Looked like it worked. They played with no striker. Basically, had like 3 or 4 wingers just going at you, and it seems to be working. So I'm like, where Pep's tried to go with Haaland, but then he's brought in Mamouche. Mamouche is more of that kind of quick running behind direct player. Is he trying to transition out of it and trying to play like the Bournemouth and Brightons, because they've surprised everyone, even the Nottingham Forest. They've surprised everyone, do you know what I mean? But I don't know, because I think we're going off recency bias, the history of Pep, that Pep keeps reinventing themselves. Can he do it again next season? You know what I'm saying? Or is he tired? Is his time up?
I don't know, man.
But this is the thing, like, yeah, we don't know. If you think like Fergie, he's taken a poor team and rebuilt it to a great team where Pep's always just kept the maintenance up all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is like the first time really we've seen that he's got poor team, poor performances. So can he? If he does, then you can argue about how great he is, in it, really and truthfully. Like if he draws out of this situation back on top.
Do you think Slot, obviously, he's got to do bare rebuilding, isn't it, now? Because if Trent's gone, and then you've got, obviously, Van Dijk, we're not sure what's going on there, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know, are you happy with your midfield as it starts? That not your midfield, your attack, because you've got Darwin Núñez and you've got Diaz, innit? You know what I'm saying? And you've got Jota, and Jota, I think he hasn't hit a goal in 11 games or something nasty like that, something mad.
He's like Hayes always says, the best ability he's not doing that, and then he needs time to like find his rhythm. Yes, yeah, like
no, but has he been starting games?
He started PSG, innit?
But out of those 11 games he ain't scored for, I guarantee you ain't started all of them, man.
Most. Possibly a large amount.
But the point is, he keeps getting injured, innit? So whether he's starting or coming off the bench, I think the way Slot's tried to use him, he's tried to keep his energy, tried to not rinse and repeat him because of his injuries. So maybe they're looking at that.
Though, man. That's the sick thing about Liverpool, man. Liverpool's attack is like our defence. White drops out, there's Timber there. Miles Skelly drops out, there's Calafiore there. And we had this conversation on the last string, their depth in attack. No one, look, they're top of the league and he ain't scored for a fucking 11 and it don't even matter. Like, do you get what I mean? So that's Stockisland and Fort. That's the least. It's Van Dijk and them, man, you got to worry about. The up front, whoever drops out, barring Salah. And even if this Salah drop out, the point where it's at the season now, they could get over the line in the 10 games.
Maybe.
If it's a bigger period, maybe it might not continue and carry over. But even if they lost Salah now, they still got the league, I feel.
Maybe that's what. No, but no, yeah, I've definitely, yeah, they've definitely got the league. But I'm just saying, maybe that's why Slot was like, I need them to slow it down a bit, because he knew he hasn't got the same depth in defense, and by slowing it down, he could be more organized in possession, figure out what that team wants to do, and then not concede. Because remember, when you're playing at 100 miles per hour, when you're playing like basketball, when you're playing so open, it makes the other team attack your defense. Do you get it? So he said, look, I'm not as strong as Arsenal like that, but I'm strong up top. So I can afford to weigh it out. And then, do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, because Slot's so like he's like, what's that brother from Spider-Man? That evil genius, the one that's hench, he's got the ballad. He's like a Lex Luthor, isn't it? He's like a Lex Luthor, evil genius, do you know what I'm saying? Dutch crazy Lex Luthor. That's what he's like. So I think
team as well, man.
I think with next season, he's gonna be thinking.
He's got a great team though. Like the team that's a quality team, man. Look at fucking Chelsea when they lost Mourinho and had Grant, and there was a point when he didn't even need a manager. The team just was just set like that. They knew what go on. They knew the man them were.
Grant.
Di Matteo, whoever it is, we know what we got to do. The team's fucking good, man. What is it? 7 out of 8 City have got, and these man got the one. And they pushed them to the limit. One game in a season. How many times I've sweated over the ours is gold. You know how happy I've been for a what?
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like they're a good fucking team, man.
Yeah, no, it's true. No,
yeah, me and Cass, we need to have our back and forth as well about this, because those things he's not hearing those things. You get me in these times, but
football's only about trophies to certain man, though, man.
It was this time last season,
heritage, isn't it?
All the situations going on. If it was this time last season, I'd 100% been crazy worried. Like I'd have been like, well, I don't know. You get me? Like I've already got grey hairs, but I'd have just been fully 100% because we didn't have Edwards, bruv. That's it. I promise you that it's only because of Edwards. Because all these great players that we're talking about, Edwards found him. He brought them in, so I believe we'll use the same method and we'll sort it out. Like that's the much faith I've got in Edwards. Do you know what I'm saying? He found them. If he's saying their time's up, there must be a reason. Fergie used to get it right, and he had less data analysts and stuff like that. You knew when to get rid of a player.
But what I'm saying is, though, if you bring a new player, they've got to bed in. You know what I'm saying? They've got to adjust to the. Well, it depends where you buy them from, innit? But even still, like, it depends on what age profile you're going to bring into the squad as well. That's what I'm thinking. Is your transition when you're doing your rebuild? Do you think you will drop off? Like, supposing you win it, like, not supposing. I think you're going to win the league, innit? I think it's fair to say you're going to win the league. Is there more pressure to do it again the second season, or do you think you guys will drop off because you're rebuilding in that kind of phase? Because I think that's why I'm asking that question about City, because I think City are going to be in a rebuild phase. But some people will say, nah, City are just win now. They just buy who they need to, and they're just going to be good.
I wouldn't accept that now, because like City rebuilding from a actual poor position. Do you know what I'm saying in terms of play? Like I understand key players missing, but I think like it's like we just need to fill that void, if that makes sense.
Who's the void? Who's the void though?
No, like if Virgil goes,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just need to fill that void, to tell you the truth.
Because their void is KDB, you know, whether people realize it or not. I think KDB,
Rodri,
one. Yeah, Rodri as well. But I think it was KDB was the one that was assisting Haaland. Remember when they did the 4P and all the madnesses? They got the treble done. KDB was just
Did they do a 4P?
Yeah, they did the 4P.
Well, 3P, man.
I thought it was a 4P. I thought it was a 4P. I thought United did the 3P and they did the 4. Like,
yes,
United...
no, they matched it. I don't think they've got a 4P yet, because they've had 7 of the 8, and Liverpool took one.
I'm pretty sure they did the 4 last. I thought last season they did the 4.
Yeah, they're 4. Yeah, it is 4, isn't it? 2.
Four leagues in a row.
Yeah, 2. Remember 2. Yeah, 20. No.
That's why Cass
was
was saying. Remember what Cass was saying? Like, it was becoming a bit like a Bundesliga, where Bayern Munich, that kind of. That's why he was saying that. That's why he wanted Arsenal to win the league. Remember, he was saying that because it kept happening. But I just think, yeah, obviously Rodri, he's the one that kind of sets them up defensively. He's the one that kind of gets the ball ticking. He's the one that kind of. But KDB, when Haaland came, he was the one to find him. It was 4, innit? It's 4P, innit?
Yeah, it's 4, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. KDB was the one that had like a heat seeker missile, and he would find what's his face, Haaland in those attacking transitions, and he would finish those goals, and he was the difference. So I think they need to replace KDB next season, because I think my man will be back by then, innit? Rodri will be back by then.
Supposed to be
Yeah, he's going to need time though.
It was meant to be Foden
to get that rhythm. But you see also as well, like Walker losing pace as well.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a lot of elements here, and I think
Diaz.
was out for a minute as well. But yeah,
remember, and then the striker that they sold, what's his name?
Alvarez.
Alvarez was a madness. They didn't replace that.
Like for me, I think like see Endo, he's an example of what happens, right? So against Plymouth, the players around him, Endo looked. It was like
It showed, didn't it? Yeah.
You get me? But you bring him on, bruv. Like we celebrate Endo coming on the pitch. It's like a wrap. It's done. No more goals. You get me?
Because to see at the game. Yeah, one of them, man.
Look, I think he's in favour with even Arsenal. Like they've got everything around, and it's just put that little piece of the puzzle and then see if it works. Obviously, I think City have to there's too much that they have to cover, and I think Liverpool will be the same depending on who signs the contract.
Do you think Van Dijk will walk then? Do you think he was really dancing with the devil? Because he was talking to the brother, the PSG.
Who's saying?
Van Dijk. You think he will? You think he will move on?
Do you mean 34? PSG?
He's 34. He's been seen talking to the president, the PSG
president. I think they were just chatting then. Like the last game, they were beefing. This game, they made up.
Because didn't he come out and say something like cheeky, like nobody knows what I'm gonna do? I didn't say what I'm doing. I'm just
from reading his name every fucking week in the paper. They don't mean fuck Liverpool. But on top of that, if he is going to PSG, fucking hell, that's good for Liverpool then. Because mentally, that's where he's at. He wants to go play in the Uber Eats League. I don't think he's got a lot of time left for the Premier League. If that's mentally where
no, but that's mad though. That's their captain. He should not be that. Yeah, that should be the case.
Maybe he knows something we don't. Uber Eats League is crazy. That's where you're gonna take. That's where you're gonna leave Liverpool and go ask.
But if you say Uber Eats League, and PSG win it, they win Champions League. Can we still say Uber Eats League?
Who wins the Champions League?
PSG.
What has that happened?
No, I'm just saying if they win it though. If they win it
with him.
No, I'm saying this season. Would you say
they win it this season?
PSG have a chance now to win the Champions League, no?
Yeah, true. But then that's like Leicester signing. I don't know who was the best player after they won it. It's going to be downhill after that, bro.
Yeah.
You could have won another one of those.
Yeah. No, that's mad. Yeah.
You'd be better off going Spain. Sorry, go on.
No, yeah, but if he goes, because this is what I've got to start paying attention to, that Edwards don't want to give them that contract, bro. After 30, he just doesn't do it. So if it's true, technically, he's told them you can go.
Yeah.
So if he's talking, if that's the case, then he can talk to them, innit? Because he's said, bruv, at the end of the season, we're not renewing the contract, innit? So,
who said that?
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm saying if we're going by what Edwards, if we're going by his policy, innit, they don't really like renewing contracts after 30, innit? Or they're willing to offer 1 year contracts and stuff like that, maybe 2 pushing it. Literally, that's all they do after 30, innit? So I'm saying, if they want the 3 years and that thing, I can see Edwards turning around saying, bruv, we're not signing a new contract then. It's either that or you go.
FAs, do you think Arsenal have regressed from 2 years ago, or they've stayed the same?
Stayed the same because I think we haven't evolved. Do you get what I mean? I think we're at the same place we were. I can't remember what
you play different though, obviously, to 2 years ago. You play a different style.
Yeah, but the same thing that because you see this style, this game format and this game state we always losing of the low block. Newcastle invented it like 2 years ago. They were the first team to do it, and they beat us 1-0.
Yeah.
They invented it then, and then I think that game is the game which we should have used to evolve from. But he used other games like the game against City when they just blinked it over us, and other games like that have given him trauma, and he's made sure that's never happened again. But he hasn't found a remedy for the Newcastle games.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I think we haven't evolved because everybody knows just getting a low block against us, we look amazing on our day. We get an early goal, it could be 7-1, and that's not even waffling now. Do you get what I'm saying? But if there's that moment where we can't, he hasn't evolved. That's our next evolution. That's why the next forward signing is the most important signing of his career, I feel. So that's our next evolution where we should have found a solution for low blocks, and he hasn't. So I'd say we've stagnated. I wouldn't say we've regressed because we've still been all right. We're still a good team. We still have good results in that, but there's still a certain like style of play we haven't conquered yet. And I thought,
you see, like that big first season when you got second, and it was because of was it Saliba? Yeah. You were mad attacking it.
The Saliba though, man.
You were mad attacking that season though, wasn't it? Let's talk about the style of play. You were mad attacking that style in that season, and now you fast forward to this season. You've done like almost like a 180 where you're more defensive, innit? Couldn't like for certain games you go back to that first season, you know what I'm saying? Not first season, but the first time when you come second. Couldn't you go like more attacking, switch that style to the low block, and then teams where you needed to be more pragmatic, you switch back to that? Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just funny. Last season we did this. Remember after we went to Dubai and came back and were slapping teams 5-6-0?
Yeah.
We did that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I think this season we just ain't had the players, man.
So you think you would have done that had you had the players to do
it? I feel like it, man. He would have let the handbrake off because it's all about timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we got burnt out towards the end of the season when we were flying attacking wise, and we couldn't manage it. The next season after, City were just amazing. We kind of had it a bit right. We just had so much injuries, and not to say it's an excuse, but the red cards, finishing games continuously with 10 men. I think he's actually done all right to still be even, not now because we're not in it no more, keep up the title race for as long as we did with the players we had missing and the mishaps that happened in our games, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
And on top of that, I think it's more draining chasing City than
of course,
running away from them.
Of course.
If that makes sense. I feel like the
definitely
mentalness that you go through, the ups and downs, like if you're 1-0 down, like chasing City, I think it's like that. So
what do you think that draw did to Arteta? Because obviously you drew against Man United 1-1 at Old Trafford, and after the game they asked him about the title thing, innit? And my man did Speedy Gonzalez like pew out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, do you think like that affected him, and do you think that was passed on to the players at all, or do you think like we go again? Like Arteta's fine with it. Like we're gonna just keep moving on into next season. What do you think his head's at, man? It's quite hard, isn't it?
His head's on winning. That's all Arteta's head's on: winning, progressing, being the best team. That's the same message he's had as he's been from when he started, even when we were signing Willian and stupidness like that. So that's been his whole mentality. He's the one who spread this winning mentality and put it through the club. So his mentality is win, 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 win. When we don't, we like to blame him, but it's the players. Because even with our injuries, we should have beaten West Ham. So there's these players, they just have I don't know what, I can't put my finger, for lack of better words, it's bottle. You know when people say they just bottle it? Like in that, no matter what injuries Saliba missing, there's games that we're better than these teams and we should beat them. And then they just don't do it on the day. Arteta might have more belief in these players than they have in themselves to a degree.
Do you think it's like as easy as just getting a striker and then it's all done, it's fixed, you lot are there? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know and that's the reason why I mentioned the whole, like, he just ran out the room, you know what I'm saying? He kind of lost it, like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you think because you're coming second 3 times in a row now, it might be a mentality thing creeping in secretly? Because, like, some of the players might think, you know what, I need to move on to get, over the line to a better club. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, it's happened in the past with you, like with Van Persie or whatnot. Do you think that's starting to seek into the culture? That's what I mean. Like, because the striker thing, I think you guys will get a striker, but I just don't know if the striker is enough now to get you over the line. What do you think?
In particular games, a striker, but I think it's depth on the wings, isn't it? It's been evident since our wingers have been missing. We've been just our attack has been pants. We've always said Saka needs a replacement. Martinelli does his part, but when he's not firing, Trossard's not a guy you can rely on for 38 games in season. I think it's depth on the wings, isn't it? We've got no depth on the wings, and it's just depth up top at all as a whole. Now we've got Nwaneri to chip in and help a bit. It's just depth up front. I said this before about Liverpool. From when they signed Solanke, Salah, Gakpo. Who else was there? They signed about 8 forwards to find Salah, who's that maverick. We signed about 8 defenders to find. Like, do you know what I mean? It's about having a bit more faith in attack and just throwing more gambles. We're a bit too calculated at times. We overcalculate stuff all the way. We want to get
overthinkers.
Yeah, man.
That fits the what was it, the feast or whatever it is, the value. I was like, one player in this whole world.
Yeah, man. I think it's that, man. The depth. There'll be a lot of expectation.
Here's a wild thing I'm going to throw out there. This is absolutely wild, but obviously I see Lampard, not Lampard. See, I've got it in my head already. I saw Rice run in the box, and it reminded me of Lampard, innit? He ran into the box like a Lampard, scored a header, innit, off the back of Sterling's cross, innit? And I thought, you know what? Yeah, now that thing's not there, and the reason why I said it is because after the game, post match, I think Rice was saying that he wants to add more goals to his game. He wants to be more creative, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's been expected of him all season, man. He's been playing in fucking left 8 and not in the 6. Been given box-to-box privileges. Now he scored a goal. You want to mention that? I want to score. What about the rest of the fucking season, man?
Oh, so you're not happy then? You're not happy with how he's been performing? He's not that guy. He's not the Lampard. I call it the Lampard.
No, just don't get too ahead of yourself, bro. You scored a fucking header once out of how many last games? Talk about adding more goals to your game, like just score at least fucking hit double digits before you fucking talk about Lampard and all that shit, you prick. Like, don't get too ahead of yourself, man. I love Rice. He's the legs in our midfield. Without him, we're dead. Party drains towards the end of the season. You can see it where he's a yard short. He can't make it. And Rice is the legs in our midfield. So I appreciate him and respect him for that. But in terms of this goal scoring thing, don't get ahead of yourself, lad.
So you don't think he could be that guy? He could box crash.
He could, but he ain't at the moment. So
why is he not that guy then? I don't understand.
I don't know. He ain't. That's not. He's been more deep for West Ham.
Yeah, of course.
He was more deep for West. I don't know. I think he's got the talent to be able to do it. But so did so many guys. So did remember we had Denilson.
Yeah.
You know, they all have this. It's when you do it what matters on the pitch. Hence why when George is talking all that shit about Salah, when it's like, oh, he's not this, he's not that, but the most important part of the game he does consistently with regularity. But we're just gonna discount that. Like, do you know what I mean?
People got their agendas, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't take too much notice of it, but it is that whole debate. Is it?
It's great for YouTube, though. I know exactly.
Yeah, no, but it's a real thing. It's a real. People have it like solid. Even outside of YouTube, people have this debate all the time: aesthetics or effectiveness. In it, do you know what I'm saying? What do you value in it?
It's always a man whose own team ain't doing too well. I want to have them debates. I've got to question your motive. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, but to be fair to him,
you realise here, none of these players with aesthetics have lasted long if they don't score. Like, there's never been like a legend one. Like he's just been so great. Like JJ Okocha, most probably he scored goals as well anyway. So you know what I'm saying? It's never just been raw. He's been so great at step overs. He always takes the defender. There's about 100 defenders that
he sent 2 men at once. Did you see?
Yeah, they crashed into each other and they saw each other.
You know what it is? It boils down to, like, obviously, Preach. I think you're quite fortunate because you've got a bit of football where you can enjoy the football as in terms of entertainment, but then you've got the winning with it as well. And I think that's like the holy grail for fans. Because what do you prioritize? Like, I think most fans that haven't won in a while, they will prioritize winning over like entertainment. Therefore, effectiveness is more priority to them. Do you understand? But when you're a team that has won things, you kind of want a player to be able to do a little, you know what I'm saying, get you off your seat, so to speak. And I think that's why George was like, Salah don't really get me off my seat kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say that's why defenders never win it, because they just want to
yeah,
be entertained.
yeah, like Facebook saying last week. Yeah.
But George is in his 20s, isn't it?
Ah, little man, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
man,
he still wants the shiny sticker. Like, he still wants the striker on the name. You know, the best player is the guy on the front of the FIFA game to him. Like, you know what I mean? You don't understand football in depth to understand other talent.
Yeah.
But I can't tell no one how to be fans, man. It's football. Enjoy it however you want to enjoy it, man. I can't.
Yeah. All right, I just want to do a quick preview though on the games coming up. Arsenal do play Chelsea, innit?
Fucking hell, that's a mid.
So I want to get
a mid off right now.
That's a mid off, you know. what's your? How do you see it going? And then what's your predictions? Innit? Actually, start with you, Preach, before Arcs phase, man.
Well, Arsenal Chelsea.
Yeah, Arsenal Chelsea. I think Arsenal at home. Arsenal at home.
Arsenal at home here Sunday 16th. Yeah, the afternoon, early afternoon kickoff. Yeah, it's Arsenal, man.
Because Chelsea, I had a Chelsea fan on earlier in the season. He was talking tough.
Yeah,
he was like,
was the best player in the world.
Yeah, and he was like, raw Chelsea, but we're in a title race, man. He crazy. He was talking all of that talk. And I remember you were like, no, calm down. Like, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? But since then, I find it hard to get him back on. It's not easy. we move. But yeah.
Yeah, and all of them are like, we never said we was going to win it. Like, all of them.
The hypotheticals, the semantics, all of it comes out, bro. But yeah, what do you think, man? Chelsea?
No, I think it's Arsenal. They're at home. I just don't think Chelsea.
Chelsea won their last game. They did, innit?
Leicester.
Pressure.
Yeah, Leicester, innit? But before
that, to do with the pressure.
Okay, pressure. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they crumble. I said the same thing about City to Mike's when he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna win." It's the pressure throughout the whole game. Like, there's no breathing space sometimes. Like, and Palmer ain't been. What's he been doing really?
Yeah, he's been flopping, man. I think about my fantasy quick through, boy.
Chelsea were doing good when he was doing good. So
Lavia and Fofana.
I know, for real. That's it. That's as simple as that. Physicality. Well, it's like, stop Palmer, stop Chelsea. Is that what man's saying?
That's how I feel at the moment. Like, who else would you say steps up really?
Yeah, no one. But Palmer's been getting chances, but he's been flopping them. It's weird. He's been having shots, but he's just not on target. I don't know if he's lost the track. He's a bit warm at the moment. I don't know. But he's just not been able to put it in the back of the net. What are you saying, FaZe, man? What you reckon, Chicks?
I go a draw, man. I go a draw.
You going for a draw?
Yeah, I'm going for a draw, man.
Is there emotional attachment there?
One thing first, I don't predicting you win, you always lose. And
okay, I hear that.
In the league, we've just looked so mid, man. The players don't seem up for it, man. They don't seem up for it, man, in these league games. It's like Arteta's doing all this extra stuff to try and get them up and motivated and care about it. It seems like on the day when they turn up on that pitch, when the football takes over, they just look at that. Raya saved us from losing to United. What was it? I don't even know what was before that, man. Yeah, of late in the league, we've just been blind.
It would be very disappointing for your season if you don't win that game, because then that definitely does cement for Liverpool, because Liverpool, obviously, they'll have a game in hand. I know you have to win your game in hands, but
they have one, no? They played 29. We've played 28.
Oh, this will be the 29th game. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, so this will be a chance to not close the gap, but you know what I mean.
Make it more respectable.
But yeah, exactly. In a 2-horse race, like, you know what I mean, you kind of want it to kind of,
Liverpool lost one game though, man. You gotta respect that.
It's true. That's not spoken about a lot, you know. People have to speak on that. Respect it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think Arsenal will win, personally. I'm just not impressed by Chelsea as well. And I'm gonna copy your one, Preach. I'm gonna go for 2-1 I think Chelsea might. You never know. Cucurella's been scoring lately. He might have to put in my team. Who knows? He might get something. But yeah, Chelsea will lose. If there was a reverse fixture, I don't know. It might be different. But I just think Arsenal at home will have too much for them. Even though your firepower is questionable, that is something I have to consider. Like, because off the back of the 2-2 draw, it's like, can Arsenal, like, you lot were creating chances. I was watching the game slyly, and I was like, right, Arsenal actually creating chances. You know what I mean? But it's one thing creating chances, another thing putting them away, innit?
PSV are bad, man.
They are bad. They are bad.
Bad at the
It's
moment.
not. It's not a good example to look at for real. You know what I mean? Cool. All right. Done that prediction. I wanna skip away from the Premier League just a little second. I want to move away because there's a small game for a team called Spurs at
Sorry
home.
to cut you, Ash. Yeah. Jordan said that Ray and Vicario are the two best keepers in the league. Is that fact?
It's opinion.
Yeah, but Vicario,
Because for me, Vicario with his feet is being putting Spurs under a lot of pressure. Shot stopping, yeah, he's the man. I think his crossing, you see, on corners, he's improved as well. Because before he used to be a really shaky, and I thought Raya,
I remember that.
heads and tails above him in terms of like commanding his box. But since he's come back from his injuries, like, he's not beefed up, but he just seems a bit more assertive in that area, like he's more sure of himself, wins them corners. Playing out from the back though, sometimes he doesn't make that decision quick enough with his feet. Whereas I think Raya, he's able to make those, those medium balls.
Dinks, yeah.
Dinks, that's it. Yeah. Over the top. He's got that on lock. I think Vicario, sometime-ish. He can do it, but he's sometime-ish. But yeah, I mean, there's a debate. I don't know who else would say instead of Alisson. Yeah, Alisson, obviously. Alisson and Ray are two best keepers for me. But especially that performance he put in against PSG the other day. Alisson's got to be spoken about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to talk about Spurs versus AZ, the Alphabet FC in it. Yeah. So obviously Europa, we're 1-0 down, and if we don't win, we're obviously out. We have to win that game, so must win. There's no drawing about it.
Home and away.
We're home. Tottenham are home.
Okay.
Tottenham are home.
What happened in the first game?
First game, basically, what they did was they did like a mid block.
Oh, so you should have won. They just did.
They basically. Oh, so Bergvall scored an own goal, and it was a corner own goal, but then we didn't land a single shot on target against them. Like, we just couldn't find a way to get through their block.
Okay, so it's like one of our games.
Yeah, so that's why the fans kind of went mad. Like, fans.
Well, you are the better team, though.
On paper, yeah,
but even in the way they set up to play you, they respected you.
Yeah.
But so if you don't get it right, you should win.
They did create good chances where they could have put us away. Like, there was a chance that broke to one of our former academy players that plays for them, called Troy Parrott. He's Irish, in the Irish youth, and he's like 22, 21, random ages there, young youth. And he could have scored a goal, had a 1v1, and he fluffed his lines, innit? And there was another chance that was off the back of like a cross, and it almost spilled to a play, and it was a bit of a scramble, innit? So there was a few nervy moments where they could have scored 2 or 3 goals in it, and then we could have been completely done. But yeah, it was just the own goal we conceded, and then we just couldn't get it together. We weren't fluid. We couldn't find, our passes weren't finding our players. So it was one of those nervy kind of games. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Maddison and Song came off, and then Maddison was they saw him lip reading, saying something like, "Why always the same play?" Like something like that. That's what people reckon he said, innit? So yeah, that's the context behind it, innit?
But some players just shut the fuck up, man.
Didn't cover his mouth, nothing. Yeah. That's why Jaws ain't happy with Maddison right now.
No composure. Like, no composure. Just going to shoot your own. And this is what I think about fans who just come here and slag their team off to appease other fans. Like, just no composure and respect for who you support as a team. You're just going to throw your manager and everyone under the bus because you've had a bad... Yeah, that's just... juvenile, man.
The emotional thing.
That emotional... Your penis is small. Like, that just pure emotion. Time you was digging it out the other day. Like, just compose yourself, lads, man.
That's me. That's me getting that Cass as well in the group.
Anxiety, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's not nice when you got to fight all these up fans and you got to fight your own fans too. It's like,
The old fans be the worst.
What's the worst part as well?
Old
Yeah,
fans be the
doing
worst.
it in front of Stefan. I don't care.
No, hey.
Yeah, and they're agreeing as well.
They've had a high fiving in the chat.
Yeah, I say, what are you doing? What's my point? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? I'm like,
No, I hear it.
Yeah, but I know it's hard to predict, innit? Because obviously and I think with a lot of Spurs fans, we looked at AZ like, who's AZ, bruv? And we didn't rate the Dutch league, innit? The error disease.
It's not all that though. You call it error disease. That's crazy.
racist. I'm gonna put you next to Jamie Carragher now. See, you do it as well.
That is mad still.
Error busy.
But I'm just saying, innit, man? Them like you said, innit? PSV, we can't really look at PSV. You know, you completely dismissed them. So it's not just, you know, our fans, it's you as well. You know, the whole look of that league is not too fond of, innit? It's not looked too fond of. But people didn't really know much about AZ. And they said, "Raw, our team should be able to get them, you know, we should be able to push them over because it's not a strong league, innit?" So, and then they saw what you did as well to PSV, who are higher. They're fifth, by the way. They're fifth in their league.
Who?
AZ or AZ.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Jordan wants it on the WhatsApp group. You sure you're ready for that madness?
Yeah, I don't know if you're that small, bro. It's 24/7, you know. I bet if I look now, I'm surprised it's not going off now, man. Because listen, that group, hey, at any point, at any time, it can go off, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, what's the obviously you're neutral.
Do it, man. You'll get through it, man. You'll do it, man.
What's the predictions, man? What's the scores then?
2-0.
2-0.
2-0 Spurs, man.
2-0. 2-0 again?
Yeah, man. Madison's got to make up for fucking losing it.
He's talking tough at the moment. He's been talking a lot on Sky Sports. But anyway, I think Spurs will win. I said it as well. I've seen you saying it all week. I thought we were going to win the first leg, though. So I was wrong on that. But I still think that we will get at home in front of the fans. Yeah, we're going to have too much for them, personally. Will it be glorious? I don't know. But yeah, we will definitely win.
Don't need to be, man.
Yeah, just got to get the job done. What is the other games in the league at the moment? Just to finish up that.
In the league.
Yeah, in the league. Let me check for. So the next one I want to look at is. Well, there's no real big games, man.
City versus Brighton.
Yeah, City Brighton. Yeah.
My money's on Brighton.
Serious? You're not rating City like that?
No, I just rate Brighton a lot, man.
Do you think they'll break top 6?
Where are they now?
Brighton are 7th. Yeah.
1 point behind.
Who makes that top 4 then? Who's that top 4 for you?
It's looking mad now, isn't it? Forest
looking like they're gonna get it, man. Chelsea are only like what 2 points off them,
and they're 1 point ahead of City. No, 2 points ahead of City. 2 points ahead of City.
Crazy.
So City 47, Chelsea
Brighton
49.
6 wins in a row. Look at that.
See, Brighton are good. They got a good infrastructure, man. They can replace like no one else I've ever seen, and they can make meaty players look good, man. They're good tactically. They replace like I just respect them, man. I respect them a lot. Top fucking 6 though.
Might be a push.
Yeah, it might be a push because Newcastle, City, Chelsea, Forest. They'll get Europe. I don't know if they'll get top 6.
Yeah, I think they'll get Europe because I think Europe must be extended now because all of the teams.
Yeah. So City might get Champions League football in 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What is that? Still counts? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it messed up because Liverpool got knocked out.
But you know it counts in all the other teams.
I ain't even
like
I'm assuming
Spurs and Man U, Villa, Arsenal. We still got a lot of teams.
assuming that Spurs and Man United will go through, then I'm assuming that that spot gets offered up in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know the technicalities of it all. But yeah. But you lot think what? So Forest gets third, yeah, or fourth, you reckon? And then Newcastle,
I think they get third in Forest.
yeah,
And then the last
10 games though.
yeah.
And
This
then
is the business end, isn't it? This is the business
2
like
points ahead of
literally
Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea and City. I don't see them.
because
Maybe City. City always finish well.
you know what it is. It's mad. We've got international break coming up, innit?
Oh yeah.
So it's like 2 weeks off, basically, yeah. And in April, it's crunch time. April is like the business end. You've got games back to back. Then you've got May straight in. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's it. So we've only got 2 months left if you actually deep it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Well, Newcastle, look, their goal difference is poor. They got 9.
Fuck yeah. Brighton got 6.
Jeez, yeah. Yeah, it's not looking. It's not
Forest
looking
got 12 in third.
So that's why
Chelsea 17.
yeah.
Chelsea 17.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's more
writing
than
them off now.
City.
I feel like it's between those 3 now because of the goal difference.
Where whoever can score the most can kind of get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But defensively though, Man City aren't good.
They conceded 38 and they've scored 53, just like Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not good. Either of them are good.
And do you think so? You see, it's been annoying for the last 2 years because man's watched City just roll up and the team's already given up, no hope of winning. So you see now, do you think it's easy to put your shield back on after it's been knocked off so many?
That's what I was asking earlier, bro. That's what I was saying.
People look at them the same respect,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Teams don't fear them no more.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, even if Rodri comes back, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it might be a system. There might be a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's a crack, and they found it. Like the hackers have got into the matrix, and they just,
And he ain't gonna deter from his plan drastically. He might make little tweaks here, but he's not gonna do a complete 180 or anything like that.
Exactly. His philosophy is his philosophy. He believes in it. He's stubborn like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's worked for him, so why shouldn't he be stubborn? Do you know what I mean? So I just think I don't know. I know it sounds mad, innit? Because people be like, how can you write City off next season? Like,
not writing them off. Because it's still possible. They've already had a blip in that one season when Liverpool won it, but then they won it the year after, and I'm fucking 4 in a row. So I think next season is the telling season. If you don't get it back together that next season, it might be. It might be it. It might not be the same again.
Yeah,
I don't think they can have they will have second close to the title kind of season. Like we're back, but we didn't win. I think they either need to be back or pretty much the same.
The only thing I would say is though, you see next season, Forest ain't doing what they're doing next season because they're going to be in Europe. They're going to be in Europe, bro. And can their squad handle that? Do you know what I mean? Can their squad handle Europe and the league?
I said to Wolfie, I said, you're just the surprise team this season. And your other Donny that you brought in, just surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, the only surprise team that has been successful is Leicester.
Man told him, don't get used to being around here. You're going to be on too many more streams, my brother.
Hey, he's just for the big boys. We're experienced around here.
Look how long it's taken to...
Hey, big man. Hey, big man.
Move now, man. You've been here.
Man, I'm like a fart,
So lift the man's feet off the floor like that. Mad.
Oh, fucking hell, that's funny.
So I don't know if these men are because Brighton found it hard last time with the Zerbi when they were in Europe. They kind of they kind of struggled a bit. So and Newcastle, to be fair, remember they had all PSG in their group and getting punched in their eye.
They haven't recovered from that season yet. They're recovering.
But
we haven't seen the same since then.
That was a strong punch. That was a strong punch.
You get me? Yeah. But Yeah, man. Oh yeah. So back to predictions, just to finish off. You think Brighton will win, and what do you reckon, Preach?
Sorry, I just lost it. Who they play?
City, Brighton,
City,
Brighton,
Brighton.
City,
I
Brighton.
think it's gonna be a draw. I can see a
Mm.
draw, 1-1, something like that.
There's
I'm
a
gonna go
Moyes derby, West Ham Everton.
Oh, Everton win that.
You
Everton
reckon?
win that. Yeah, Everton
Okay.
win that. Yeah, Everton edge that.
Where's it letting it?
It's mad because obviously on the table, them man are neck and neck. You get me? No
Oh
point.
shit!
But yeah, man, like literally 33 points. Both of them are on it.
And then there's Southampton, Wolves, bollocks, Wolves, Ipswich, Forest, obviously. Brentford, Bournemouth could be a bit spicy, maybe.
Yeah. Brentford, I'm looking out for that.
Evening
Yeah.
kickoff.
I think you lot will do Fulham. You lot got Fulham, and I think Man U will do Leicester.
I'm ultra confident only because when Spurs do Thursday, Sunday. Remember, I answered that Thursday, Sunday. How many teams have been doing Thursday, Sunday? I'm not sure, and these men are saying raw. Like Madison came out and said, yeah, the injuries are a massive factor, and tiredness is a thing in it. So I don't know if that plays in their minds when they're going out to Craven Cottage. I'm trying to go there. I'm trying to get a ticket to go watch that Craven Cottage thing. Yeah. Local settings, but
Nice
yeah.
and low.
Leicester, Man U, easy, innit? Man U got that.
Yeah,
No,
better be Van Dijk derby. No, not Van Dijk, but Nistelrooy.
and that's all right, Derby. Yeah, old school.
Yeah,
But
Man U are on the up, man. Man U are on the up, I think, man.
where
That
did they
game
finish
against-
then? Where did Man U finish? I'm intrigued
Oh,
about that one.
fucking hell. Scroll down FC. I don't know if they'll get top half.
Oh, you don't think they'll get in the top half? You
I
think
don't
they'll
know. Let me check.
in the bottom half?
They are 14th, and Fulham are 10th with 42 points. Man U are 14th with 34.
So how many points off they are they?
So from 10th, they are 8 points. Oh, you
Eight?
lot got the same points.
Yeah, more or less.
It's your
Yeah,
goal difference, though.
our goal difference is crazy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's why they need a striker.
Their goal difference.
more than us.
No, their goal difference is poor, crazy.
Yes, -6. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I heard on Talksport today. Yeah, is Man U interested in Mateta?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that
they are.
true?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
that's crazy, man.
yeah. They are interested in Mateta. Yeah, they want him.
That's
They're looking
mad.
for a striker, innit? Because obviously they were looking at Guy Caress. He was at Sporting, and then they were looking at Cunha at one point as well. But then Mateta's the one they're gonna identify because in that system,
Wage. No.
Palace Glasner plays similar 3-4-3 to them, innit? To what
Okay.
Amarin plays, innit?
Mm.
So because I was thinking Eze would suit Man United, where in their three they've got Hoyland.
Yeah, there's 2-8s in it. No, is it 2-10s?
Or 2-10s,
Yeah.
2-8s, 2-10s, whatever you want to call it. Like that's Eze, innit? Really, if you think about it.
Makes sense because he can do that central stuff and cover the wing.
Exactly, that's it. So yeah, I thought they would do that, but they're looking at Mateta. That's how I know Mateta is a 31. You know what I mean? They've been looking around that kind of. They need that man that can finish and hold it up a little bit.
True.
And link the play. So he's that guy, innit? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. What do you think? Where do you think they'll finish, Preach?
What? Who say?
Man United.
Yeah, definitely bottom half, man. They can't. They're expecting. Who did I see say? You're expecting Brentford, Palace, and Fulham to mess up. Like all of them got to basically play poorly. So
But they're getting a new stadium, aren't they? Like you're buzzing off that. They're getting a new stadium, new money.
100. Was it? What number was they looking at?
100,000 seats or something like that, innit?
Yeah, 100,000 seats. Yeah, 100,000 seats, bro.
I thought that was just a number. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't mind. I saw something for the first time. Yeah, the interview with him and Gary Neville.
Yeah,
You seen?
yeah, I watched it as well.
The Ratcliffe.
Ratcliffe.
Yeah,
I
Ratcliffe.
ain't seen that, you know.
And there's a bit where he's peppering him about the cuts of the veteran football players. And he goes, why didn't you, instead of just cutting it off, why didn't you get like a key player for today, host the event and raise that money kind of thing? And Ratcliffe went, well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, he did say that.
He said, yeah, no one came up with that idea. And then Gary Neville went, like, ain't you concerned that no one came up with that idea? So I'm saying, bro, they're doomed, bro.
They got no direction. That's crazy.
That's wild, bro. Like, you didn't think, let's find a way to raise the money. It's not. It doesn't even have to be the same method, bro. But them rich corporates, you should have thought that.
People always think that the people that are running the clubs, they're like mad, like on it. You know what I mean? They're mad football people, but they're not, you know. And their ego's so big that they think they're the shit. They think like these people don't know what they're doing.
Even a layer under that though, Ash, deep down, he don't give a fuck, innit?
You don't care, bro.
For you to not unturn every stone like that, you don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, it's true. No, you're right. You're right.
Man got rid of Fergie, bro. You don't care, cuz.
He didn't even care enough to say, "Hey, can I vet these questions you're gonna ask me so I don't look like a fucking idiot into the world?" That's ego horse.
He is boasty, bro. Yeah, trust me, dog.
Let's say, I'm just gonna go in there and wing it. That's crazy.
Gary Neville cares.
He didn't rate Gary thing though. He went rating him in the store. That's mad. That's mad.
That's why they got no fucking roof. They don't give a shit.
Man, we're calling it Butlins or something. Punting. the new style of the stadium.
No, that is schoolboy. Man didn't even vet the questions. That is so schoolboy. Well, I got a podcast with 3,000 subscribers. Even our guests ask us, what are we going to talk about? That's
true.
Crazy.
It's true, though.
Yeah, that was wild, fam. So I don't know what he's did, but he's trying to get that little extra change in the pocket.
They didn't even edit that bit out. They don't give a shit.
They was sitting there, sat one on the lead, cross foot. Like,
leg crossed over. You know when you cross the leg over that? You get me?
Yeah. You know, like when you're uncomfortable and you lean forward, good idea. I said, when he said that,
That's mad. Oh, fuck, that's mad.
I'm going to end the show here, though, isn't it, man? Big up to the people we had on before. It's a bit fiery today. We obviously had...
That was a good 45 minutes, 50
minutes.
Yeah.
I know you're sitting back just busting up, in the corner. That was...
Well, I needed that therapy session, though, fam.
Yeah.
The first time, it wasn't about Stefan, fam. It was me. Someone has.
I was just singing. I'm pretty,
Yeah, I said, Jordan, you don't know nothing, Jordan.
What good do you want it? You can get.
No, thanks.
Yeah, that was needed, fam. I was watching a never a foul one in it, but there's rules on there in it, so it was getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Rules, yeah. You can't fight back no matter what on that one there. So
I swear.
Yeah, the man has to take
once. If you see this, that was for you as well, fam.
Yeah, I hear you.
It hurt.
I hear you.
I went on the show, brother.
Yeah, to watch a man, and obviously, man talks hard. He talks tough, and to watch him just quiet and like getting punched up.
Yeah, I was like, I was trying to help in the chats, everything, fam. I was like,
You know when man said, "Throw in the damn towel."
Throw in the damn towel.
It was savage.
Hey, it's man, Toya settings.
Yeah.
Big up the chat as well. You know you are, man.
Big up, man.
Time, obviously. Respect it, man. Thanks for showing up. People that listen on audio as well, please make sure you leave some comments as well for our audio listeners. And also, do share if you are watching this. If you're a silent watcher and you're watching on your TV screens, if you can go on your remote, just press the like, share it, so people can see the episode, man. That would be tight. And as people, the man them have to promote each other like more. You know what I'm saying? As man them, we don't promote each other enough and don't promote each other's things. You know what I'm saying? We have to work for each other. But yeah, man. Love for the love, man. Big up each time.
I get Jordan in the WhatsApp as well, man.
You want him on?
Get him in there, man. Get him in there.
Cool. Let's make it happen, man. In a bit, man.
Next week, you lot, man.